Rumors from the border.
The demon. He's coming!
What happened?
They're all dead! Oh no, no! It's him! He's coming! He's coming!
Impossible! Get him out of here!
He's coming! He's coming for us all!
Who's there? An imposter has sullied our name! We are the might of the kingdom! For the king! No. Please. You demon. Please.
How to register the Smart Giga Arena. First, go to gigaarena.smart on your browser. Click Sign In at the upper right corner and enter your smart mobile number. Enter the one-time authentication code sent to your number and agree to the terms and conditions and privacy policy. Personalize your account by choosing your username and profile picture. Congratulations! You've just taken the first step on your path to greatness. Check out upcoming tournaments and play arcade games. Just subscribe to Giga Arena 20 to join. To join tournaments, click the Tournaments tab. Find the perfect tournament with the search option. Find all the details about your chosen tournament and register. Provide your in-game name, ID, and other details. Make sure you have tickets to join. If not, then subscribe to Giga Arena 20 to get 2 tickets. And you're set. See you at the training grounds.
ended with the poisoned apple, and my tale began. A princess in a tower is just a bird in a cage. Cursed gift! Take my vengeance! Protect your queen! Kneel before your queen. It won't take long, I promise.
Nakilala niyo na pala ang transferee natin. Class, meet your new classmate, Felicissimo.
Moy na lang po.
Lisa, guide mo muna si Moy ha as you adjust to our school. Thank you, Iha. Okay, everyone, bring out your social studies textbooks.
Nag-ML ka?
Pero kakastart ko pa lang eh. Noob pa ako, tsaka newbie rin dito.
Sus, school ML. Ako bahala sa'yo. Dali lang to. Road to Mythic agad tayo. Pakinggan mo lang ako. Rule number 1, let your personality show. Pakita mo kung sino ka, be. Perfect na perfect. Rule number 2, find a good school life balance. Study hard, play hard.
Yes!
Ang galing! Nice one! Rule number 3. Basic lang galawan dito. Basta alam mo, Prayo. Magpataba para lumakas. More kain, more energy. Rule number 4. Pag may humamon, game on! Huwag matakot sa clash. Kita ka namin sa map. Auto rest back.
zone and ripping for the 3 stars. Look at us to the top, no ifs, no buts. Winning any game para to sa PINAS. Di mo matitin ang aming boses sa new level. Nasa kalye man o mobile, you know I become a legend. Open fire, we unite, we winners. Built with pressure, like diamonds are made of. Switch na lane na parang gera, HP racing may reset up. Built agad ang buhat ni Hilda, full load SS parang Laila. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to. Dahil tayo'y malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Hold on. Yeah, wala ka sa Pinas. We are laging every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve. Lacking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Giving 100 all my own, cause we just cannot be defeated. We are unstoppable, immune and invulnerable. Ready ang equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow, beast of the southeast. Taas sa matawag, proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to. Dahil tayo'y malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Face the golden sun and repping for the 3 stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
The 13th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 13. Infinix GT Series, outplay the rest. Experience the MPL PH Season 13 action live at Shooting Gallery Studios. Tickets are now available on our official ticketing partner at /event.com. Don't miss any MPL PH action by following our official Facebook page and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok as well for more content. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the official accounts of MDL Philippines. To ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
MPL na 4PM 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 MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na
4PM MPL na.
Catch your favorite MPL matches every Friday to Sunday.
Only at the MPL Philippines YouTube and TikTok.
4 p.m.
MPL na
4 p.m. MPL na 4 p.m. MPL na 4 p.m. MPL na.
Maligayang pagdating sa tahanan ng pinakamalalakas na Mobile Legends Bang Bang players sa buong mundo.
I'm Mara Aquino.
And my name is Hans Galeria.
And this is
MPL Philippines Season 13.
After witnessing sweeps after sweeps last week, I wonder, Hans, sweeps ka rin paya ang makikita natin this week.
Well, we need to watch out for that, Mara. Pero aside from that, may dapat pa tayong abangan eh. Kasi may nabalitaan ako.
O talaga, ano yan?
So, di ba bago na yung scoring system natin? Which means na basta makapanalo ka ng 3 points, pag panalo ka, 3 points kagad yun.
Right, and then?
And then, there's a chance na bale as early as this week, week 5 pa lang, posible nang magkaroon ng teams na makakapasok sa playoffs.
Now that's something that we should really look out for. Check out nga natin ang standings to refresh our viewers na rin. After last week's matches, the super family of ONIC was able to surpass the defending MPL Philippines and world champion AP Brand to claim the top spot of the standings.
Pareho naman ang score and points ng ating top teams. Pero dahil natalo nga ng ONIC ang AP Brand, sila ang uupo sa tuktok. Meanwhile, no movements for RSG Philippines, Minana Evos, and Blacklist International who are maintaining their spots in the standings.
From the bottom 2 naman, nakaangat ng isang pwesto ang bagong barangay overtaking TNC for the 7th seed. Magtuloy-tuloy kaya ang pagbangon ng Omega? Let's check out our match schedules for today.
For the first match, makikita natin kung paano masasalba ng nagbabalik MPL na si Andoryu ang kampanya ng bagong barangay laban sa mga Orca.
And for our superstar match of the week, sino kaya sa Raiders at Sonics ang makakapagpatuloy ng kanilang win streak? Huwag na natin patagalin pa. Ito na ang ating unang laban.
This is Smart Omega versus Echo.
Casters,
pasok!
Good afternoon, Philippines and the world. This is MPL Philippines Season 13 and we're on Week 5. I'm OSX, I'm with Rockhard and Midnight to give you the action of Smart, Omega, and Echo. How are you boys feeling?
I feel real good right now. We got the new barangay.
Yeah?
This is how many news is this already, right? And obviously it's up against Echo.
I mean, I'm feeling the vibe and the energy here from OSX. I'm really excited for the new, again, as you said, the new barangay, and I would say the revamped Echo. The revamped Echo, the new barangay, because our headline for today is Andoryu to the rescue. That is a question mark. Again, just like last season, Omega and OMGN swapped out MDL and MPL junglers to salvage their campaign and route to the MPL playoffs. This is the same decision we're seeing from Omega, but this time they swapped Matt back to MDL in exchange for Andoryu. We're seeing the swaps.
It's really funny because it's the exact 2 people, except it's the other way around. And they were able to actually save their run the previous season with this move, right, from Matt.
Yes.
Matt.
So the big question is, will Andoryu be able to replicate the same outcome?
Ooh.
That's the big question mark.
The question mark is, we're looking at Andoryu's visual card right now, and in MDL Philippines, there is a global ban system. And we're looking at the 10 unique picks of this player.
Yeah, that's the strength of like having MDL players come to MPL, because like if you're looking for a versatile, flexible players all across the board, you might just want to get some players from MDL, because again they're kind of forced to play a lot of these weird picks, because again if they use the same the hero, you cannot use the same hero for the next game. That is the system of the global ban. That's why we got like heroes like Roger in the current meta. That was born from MDL. Now we're putting an MDL jungler in MPL that is forced to play different heroes. Again, you look at the Smart Omega, they have a flexible jungler. Now Andoryu's in the roster, a more flexible, I would say, jungler for this roster.
He's in, and maybe at the end of the day, we will look and find if he's ready. Again, Zyda and Outplayed defeated MDL graduates from the Bagong Barangay on the MPL stage the last time they met. After suffering 2 losses before entering Zyda's matches, there's some sort of highlights that we're about to see to differentiate what happened in week 1 and day number. This is between Echo versus Omega.
Yeah, and I think this is something that you might want to review or keep in mind. Although it's a shame, people would have really liked to see Outplayed in Zyda today, but I believe we will be seeing some pretty formidable faces. Very familiar face, Carl Teasy and Manicutie here on lineup.
Yep. I mean, that's a difference, right? Like the first time they matched against, I would say, the second variant of Echo. The reason why I say that this is a revamp of Echo is that we're on the second half of the regular season. Echo would not underestimate anybody on the on MPL Philippines, and now they're matching up against Smart Omega. You really need to like utilize all you can. Now they're putting in Carl DZ and Binakudi in the roster against this new barangay. I would say it is a testament of how serious Echo is, especially coming from I would say, a terrible week last week.
Oh yeah,
losses.
Absolutely. I would actually say that, you know what, Echo, they're probably done with experimentation. This is the
Yeah,
lineup
for sure.
they know this is going to work here.
Yeah.
They want to remove the possibility of like nerves or like anything that, history might come out from the old MDL player matchup. So it's pretty smart for Echo. However, for Omega, it's pretty far from like finalized, right? So
Yeah, I think it's all about forging the identity, and we were looking at a mix and match. Andoryu is in, but right now, Rockhart, I know you were looking to brew up some discussions, but what about how our viewers who's joining us right now, what can they get by just joining our stream?
Well, join discussion, hashtag OMG or hashtag Echo with your game and server ID. You get 500 diamonds if you get chosen. We choose 4 people for that.
Hashtag OMG, hashtag Echo, and here are our marshals who will officiate the match. They ensure the fairness and the integrity of our games. We have Chico, Jeff, Patrick, and Wilbert.
Yeah.
Jeff,
one more.
real good.
Just one more.
What?
You've been 4 5.
Nice.
Looks like the teams are ready. Let's call them up on stage.
Can their first win from the last week be a start of something new? Two forces now meshed into one fortified element. Now with a returning ally, ito ang mas makabagong barangay. Never say die, it's Smart Omega! Orcas have faltered and underwent chaos, but now they're hungrier for blood, louder and prouder to take enemies down, a threat below sea level. It's ECHO! And their coaches, Coach Nap and Coach Tic Tac. It's Smart Omega versus Echo. Who will emerge victorious?
We're looking at the lineup. Again, this is the headline of the day. Andoryu to the rescue. A question mark. Is this the mix that we're looking for the new barangay?
That's a big question, isn't it? We did see a victory from Smart Omega with the Doc, but now they opted to take him out of this lineup. I'm super curious why they would do that. But again, this is the one for Andoryu's debut match back in the MPL.
Yeah, I mean, it's variety, it's new identity for Smart Omega, but they're going to be up against one of the most tested, proven lineups in MPL PH. It's Echo with Benacudi, Carl TZ, Sanji, Sanford, and JP. You know what? This roster is very experienced. This roster is very consistent. Again, they did have a bad week last week, but now they are going into this week very, very seriously with the main five with Benny Cutie and Carl DZ up against Smart Omega. That is going to be a big task for the enemies to deal with.
Well, speaking of enemies to deal with, we're now looking at the stats. Again, you're looking at the lineup of the M4 World Championship. We're looking at Smart, who's being forged now with slow and, again, a progressful status of how their identity wants to be made up in MPL Philippines Season 13. Now, with the team head-to-head, we're looking at Echo's win rate. We're looking at Echo's KDA. Most likely, they have more advantage in terms of the first blood and even in this Pentagon.
Oh yeah, I mean Echo will have skewed stats for sure because they've had more dominant games. They've had more success compared to Smart Omega. But one thing that I really want to point out is Smart Omega's ability to play with each other. So look at the kill participation, almost all of them. Like all the kills that they take, it's mostly around 4 or 5 people. And the thing is, like, again, it is a new Smart Omega, but the playstyle all across different rosters that they've fielded in has been the same. Like, they really like playing against with each other, but they have to make sure that they are able to match up against Echo's Express.
Well, what those stats basically did show is like they're higher in kill participation compared to Echo, which means they blend together, they play, they take the chance. It just, the wins on the Lords, the Turtles, the fights, they don't go as planned.
Yep. Speaking of our head-to-head, now we're looking at the gold laners of the Barangay and the Orcas, Jome and Benecutie. Wow.
That's a tough comparison. Looking at the KDA,
You mentioned it, Midnight. Experience, well, again, that's honors, tough. How about how's this in part? Even Jome's like, hey, are you sure I'm being compared here right now?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of things to work on, and those things are definitely part of the keys to victory brought to us by Infinix. For Smart Omega, they have to surprise Echo with Andorius Kirpul. Again, they are fielding in a jungler that is from MDL, who is forced to play very different heroes that we're used to seeing in MPL, so that might surprise the Orcas here. Now for the Echo side, utilize Sanford's play-making potential. XP lane has been really key for most of the teams here with the success around objectives, especially the Turtle and the Lord, and Echo should look into utilizing Sanford more in this upcoming match. But for both sides, speaking of objectives, they have to polish the Lord dance. Because we all know, every team here in MPL Philippines, they're good at early game, they can get the advantage. But what matters is if you take the final Lord. And again, you take the Lord by dancing it around it.
Yeah, I think especially now that like the pit is really tight, a lot of things can actually pull up and show up. But now, it's MPL Philippines live stream view rewards are now available. Come and watch the MPL Philippines matches in TikTok to join the goodie bag lottery and be one of our lucky winners.
And all you gotta do is go to TikTok and open the MPL Philippines TikTok channel. That's at MPL PH_official. Then click on the official live stream where you will see everyone, all the action right there. Click on the top left corner to join the goodie bag lottery. That's on the upper left.
Yeah,
this one. This
here,
side.
here.
Left.
This
right
side.
there.
There you go.
Yeah. Once you're on the upper left, you don't forget to click that before the base breaks.
Yeah, just press the power tap or power tap whatever you can and get a chance to get a goodie bag lottery. Again, going back to you guys mentioned, again, from MTL Philippines, they're having this global ban system, meaning you only can use that hero once in one game. So we're about to see how this one goes for Andor. Again, surprise everybody with your hero pool.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the thing, like, if people underestimate the effect of global ban. Just think about it. In a series, if there's 3 games, you're playing 3 different heroes.
Good luck. Well, who do you think comes out on top? Will Andoriu's effect be apparent here? Comment hashtag OMG or hashtag Echo. Guess who wins with your game and server ID. Be one of the winners of 500 diamonds each. That's 4 winners of 500 diamonds each. Good luck with your guesses.
Keep those discussions coming. And use the hashtag Echo and Omega for our match of the day. Who knows? You might win our lucky diamonds. And we're heading to the draft of the first game of the weekend. We're looking at Omega and the Barangay. Omega and Echo, but this one favors Echo on the red side.
I'm getting ready for my Granger jungles. Please introduce that today. Omega, come on, Andoriu. You know you want to.
Oh, I love the respect here coming out from Echo. They're on the red side, but they didn't see any expert ban from the blue side, so they banned it themselves. Again, you don't really want to give out these cheesy heroes, I would say, again, to Smart Omega, because again, they do play a lot of varieties on the jungle picks. And Xborg has been on the rise with the jungle, the jungle roles, especially in ranked games. But now, first game, Andorius says, why not go for the most viable jungler first?
Yep. We had the Freddo in the first hand. Noticeably, the backshot is out, Minotaur is out. Nothing can stop the taunt. But this response, they responded quickly with the Arnold and the Barretts. A win also. The contention in the win rate with these two prime picks of Echo, this benefits more of their team, but especially the Lord that you were guys mentioning earlier.
Yeah. You know, Barats and Arlott will be able to cha-cha around the Lord, especially with the final slashes. And the missile experts, it's hard to actually contest Lords against Barats, because if you step out so much, you're going to be punished heavily. With Smart Omega, they do have a chance of getting some strong picks here, like the Valentina against the Barats and the Arlott, because you do get the final slash, but they opt for Novaria instead, and a very interesting choice, and now they pick up the CC. This goes against Barats directly. This is a very good counter, especially during the early to mid stages, because you do zone out the Barats pretty well with the CC, but now here comes the cheese picks for Echo.
We've seen that. They were watching. They were watching last week.
Last Sunday, I've seen the longest BMI, and this hero alone. And I think with this kind of choosing of Echo does, I think it revolves around how their composition works with this Luo Yi.
Yo, what about the longest throw to the base? I'll throw the Barretts with someone to the base, and maybe that guy will die to the fountain. Can we do that?
That's very hard to time, though.
That's impossible.
You're watching too much TikTok videos, Rockhart.
Yes, that's exactly something I would do.
That is very hard to do. But if they're going to be able to pull it off, why not? You know?
it can work, right?
And the thing is, the interesting part about Echo's draft is not just about the Louis and the potential it brings, because now you have an Arlott Louis combo, something that's very, very close to the heart of ONIC Philippines, but also there's the flex factor. You don't know. I mean, the Louis, of course, is going to go mid, but the Barats and the Arlott, you don't really know where they're going to. The jungle could still be the Barats, could still be a different hero. The Arlott could go roam, could go XP, could go a lot of ways here for Echo.
Yeah. Speaking of ways, I think they're not overthinking at all, even on their second phase. They ban it so quickly, the Florin, the Diggy, and you mentioned about the flexibility of the Arlott and the Barretts. Right now, I think Echo and even Coach TikTok knows where this draft is going against Omega.
Are we expecting a Claude here somewhere?
Maybe for Benny.
Yeah, it's a comfort hero for Benny. Not to mention, you know what? I was watching that video about that BMI, the longest BMI. I thought, that's a neat trick, but does it really give much? Then I thought, you know what? You can get a lot of gold in the late game, clear out like 2 waves, and then go back to safety. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, there it is. They banned it out.
Yeah, they understand it, Rockhart. They hear what you say. All right, that's too much of an issue that we will deal with in the late game, because again, it provides you with like farm for the Claude, but also the most important thing is the macro, the ability to split push without having to worry about where your positioning is, because
control the map.
You essentially control the map, because what you do is you're able to split the opposite side of the Lord while not really sacrificing anything.
While being still present to the Lord fight, you can still go back to Lord fight anytime you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Claude's out. So, interesting. I mean, you don't get the combo with the Nathan Louis, because that's impossible.
Or do you?
No.
Or do you? Have you tried?
No, you don't. It breaks the entropy.
It breaks entropy. Okay, because it's too far.
But the thing is, this is again still very close to ONIC playstyle. Remember, I've seen this before. The Nathan with a very aggressive 4 heroes, essentially a 4 protect 1 strategy. You allow Nathan to snowball towards the late game, and then he just carries you.
I think
he carries everyone.
We've seen that so many times.
So it depends how Echo wants to amp up the momentum of this data, because again, if you're up against the CC, even on Novaria, this continues to even develop more of the team fighting capabilities. So look at the stats, how Sanford does. Look at this, 10.13 average crowd control time. And he just wants to keep on doing it.
That's the Yuzong. That's the Yuzong Petrify with the CC. And of course the jump. But now he doesn't have access towards that Yuzong. Again, there's still a chance that we see a different hero here. It could be XP Barats, could be XP Arlott. But one thing is interesting here, Omega decides to go for the carry instead of the typical Nathan counters like the Brody, the Harith.
Yep, beat it with the movement speed, yep.
Yeah, because now you do have a carry that can sort of like win the lane against Nathan, but you are going to have to scale up. But now Echo picks up the Masha. I think this goes to XP. It's good against CC.
And he's happy with it, completely happy with the pick. Masha was up for grabs, and they wanted to utilize it in the last moment. So we're looking at the Arlott's prediction. We're heading at 73%. Going for the side of Echo against 27% of Barangay Omega. Again, both came from a loss, but mostly if you look upon the history and how the player composition works, Echo has more experience, and for Smart Omega, this is still a mixed match. The question is, will it be enough, especially now we're on the week 5 of the regular season?
That's a big question, isn't it? Now, I'm surprised that, you know what, I'm not surprised rather that Andoryu didn't choose to try to make a big risk. You don't want your first appearance to, to come out on a loss because people will say, yo, you know what, they look like they experimented. No, they go for the Fredrin. That's actually pretty smart. That will also help him keep in his mental state where he can I did what I could with one of the most, proficient jungle heroes out there. But is that really the way? Is that really the way that Omega climbs themselves out of this? That's interesting.
Let's see how this match goes. You hear the beats, you hear the drums. It's Echo versus Barangay Omega. Who will emerge victorious? It's game number 1. Looking at our junglers, Carl TZ and Andoryu. And this, you were mentioning about how Andoryu wanted to stick with the Fredrin. Again, maybe the mindset of Barangay right now is probably to focus more on the things that they have lost all throughout the weeks. And they want to bring it back, especially now that they're doing mix and match second time around this season.
To be fair, it's just, too good of a hero to pass on off.
Yeah.
Like, Fredrin is such a very consistent jungler, but people have been, getting, different junglers lately. Like the Mardis, the Bakshas, even the Barats popped up here in MPL Philippines Season 13. So I think it's just a safe choice for Smart Omega to go with. And the thing is, you can never go wrong with Fredrin.
Oh yeah, of course. Without the Baksha, banning it out gives you free roam around even everything. You mentioned about the objective takes, because right now we're looking at the first minute of the game and looking at the Arlet again. We're looking at the Arlet tank versus the Kaja versus Mark. So we're seeing Marked this time for the roam role for Omega.
Yeah, instead of Rebo. Now, the choice for Smart Omega is, I think, to have a more aggressive roamer, because Rebo has been more on the utility side.
Yep.
But with this roster, I think they are going to be able to put more aggression, especially against Echo, which is good. Because again, you want to be able to match up the Express of the Orcus here. Look at this. Smart Omega just putting 3 heroes on the Expedient just to make sure that they get level 4 on the CC without getting zoned out by the Barats and the Masha.
And a successful pressure down bottom. Meanwhile, up top, Ben Cutie and Jome with the exchange. Still, we're seeing pressure. We're seeing pokes. A great start, but now Daytona's welcome.
Yeah, Carl TZ activating Daytona's welcome very early on. And Doryu's in trouble here. First blood going down for Omega. But look at that. There is an answer here coming in from Omega. They also take out the Echo jungler. That will mean that there's going to be another... Oh, I thought they were going to back off.
Oh, JP!
Sure. JP, nice angle here. Going at the back. Just not having quite enough health to survive that.
Oh, that was close. JP used the second Vengeance just to close the gap, so he didn't have the refresh, but he was able to land the final slash. Overall, that was a huge victory here for Echo, especially considering that Andoryu died before Carl TZ did. And Carl TZ just punishing the Fredrin when he saw Andoryu with low HP. Although he did have a huge crystallized energy, he didn't have the stacks, so he did not have access towards that Abrasive Threat.
Oh, yeah, you need to have that prepared if you're going up against a Barras. Either you get Solbit in a Daytona's welcome, or you can either withstand or hold him off with your taunt. I think the gameplay mechanics against a Freddy and the Barrets really boils down on the XP laners of Omega.
Yeah, actually, I was a little surprised that we didn't see Jome join there as early as I thought. Again, focusing so much here is going to be... There's going to be a lot more gold lane presence, I think, for Benny Cutie. We did see earlier that we... Oh, my goodness. Sanford might be in a bit of a pickle here. Force a flicker out.
Interesting.
So no big Masha bombs, but do they see the diversion at the back? Yes, they do. And Dory does spot that out. But you know what? Look on the other side of the map. Echo's pretty deep onto the Omega jungle here.
Oh, Carl TZ with the punish. They got the purple buff from the Fredrin.
Stolen.
But that... actually, never mind. Never mind. Andoryu has his purple
Did they swap out or something? They might have swapped.
Yeah.
I
mean, Fredrin was on the bottom part of the map.
Yeah. So 15 seconds on the next turtle. This could be spicy still, obviously. Omega taking the fights early for some reason. Although I'm not super impressed with, having Novaria. The early game Novaria isn't as spicy as the late game Novaria.
Yeah. I mean, most of the games that we saw, especially with the Masha's existence, is up against Novaria. Because the thing about Smart Omega's lineup is that, yes, they scale well, into the late game. But so does Echo. Like, you have a Natan, and there's also a freaking Masha in the game.
Well, speaking of Masha and Nathan, seconds early is up. Who's going
Nice
to get this
curtain
one?
call there for Riona,
Oh,
holding two of them, but nice snipe coming in from Mokir. That would mean that some of Omega's members will still try to go for the fight, but Riona is quite low. Vengeance is procced up, and just in time. Another kill coming in for Omega. Looking really good so far, but here comes Jom. Omega could take more than they bargained for here, and they do. JP with a double kill though on the side, and he could go down to Jom. That's a lot of kills, a lot of gold coming in to the Omega gold laner.
At the second objective, you get this 3 same kills, 3-3 from the first one was 2-2, but that was Jom with a double kill on a carry.
Yeah, it's a messy fight all across the board here for Echo and Omega. Benecutie did get the tower on top lane. It's a good trade for them. However, they lost the turtle from the snipe here from Okir, and also again the double kill for Jom. This is gonna be big for Smart Omega. Honestly, I think this puts them in a very big advantage.
Yes, advantage it is. Damage, in terms of damage connecting all through the composition of Echo right now, that's 2 kills on the carry. Oh, Sanford. Oh, we were talking about it. And that was just a takedown of Sanford. Spots an opportunity down bottom. Now he called on Echo to respond right away. Yes, Rockhard.
Jom definitely overstayed there a little bit. Or maybe he did. Maybe Mark. Did his ult come up? I don't think so. And there's very little you can do actually with Sanford. Once he decides to lock in on someone, it's very hard to actually keep him alive.
Honestly, I was about to say, all right, they got a massive lead, but now it's gone. it got deleted by Sanford.
Literally deleted.
Yeah, Sanford was like, screw you, lead. We're taking it back.
Yeah, it's slow. It gives a kill over the Echo, and it also slows down the farm of Jomir, which is exactly what Echo needs. Now that Benecutie seems to have no problem taking these fights on his own.
Yeah, I think this is the nature of the lineup of Omega and Echo. They have late game advantage, but it depends on how they make the first steps from early to mid. Because right now, if again, Midnight and Rockhard just mentioned that if you just literally lose that momentum a few seconds ago, it can turn out the other for Echo. So it depends how they want to step on the pedal and make it work for even for the late game damage, even for Benecutie. But right now, he's not getting any kills as much yet.
We got a diversion here on the left.
Oh, Echo.
Oh, I think they already checked this and now they're surprised. Not
Sanford.
really. They go dive in. Okir, it's trouble here. And JP is going to go down quite early in that fight. So that's 4 remaining member Echo. But Benecutie got taken out on side there. Nice moves in from Betty, and Doryu comes out with a turtle on top.
Oh my goodness, Smart Omega.
Chase keeps going though.
Ryota is still poking out Carl Teasy, getting all the health and HP bars out of him. Ryota against 3. He's still surviving it though. He's CC. They're going back on that team fight. Omega got that objective, but despite how Sanford forced out Okir and even Jom, they still managed to get that objective.
Yeah, the positioning from Smart Omega, I mean, Okir was able to flicker out from the Masha, so he was not taken down. But the thing is, Smart Omega, with that turtle steal from Andori, that was beautifully executed by Omega's jungler.
They version into the final slash. The combo of Luo Yi and Arlet possess a 100% win rate in 3 matches at MPL Philippines Season 13. Oh my goodness!
You know what? I get why that is, because first of all, you don't know the diversion where it's going to come from.
Yeah.
Second of all, what reaction time can you have if they're from a bush and then you go final slash?
It's a final slash,
It's like you're riding a bike and you don't know how you even maneuver on a stone.
That's a nerf final slash, by the way. Remember the old final slash?
Oh yeah.
That was instant.
Yeah. So,
imagine if it was still the same today.
But now it feels instant because 1 minute you check that bush, oh, no one's there.
Yeah.
And then suddenly someone comes out, like 3 people come out.
And the beauty of today's final slash is the delay allows you to actually flicker that combo. So I think it's a
feels like a buff.
It's sort of a buff.
Yeah.
Because you can add more surprise to how you initiate fights. But again, Echo did pull up that fantastic maneuver earlier on. But again, the positioning from Smart Omega was just phenomenal. Like they spread out. Echo didn't really have a target that they could commit to. But then Andori just stole the turtle. So while all the chaos was happening, Andori was there looking at the objective, and he was able to steal it from Carl Teasy.
Yeah, it was just the objectives in the eyes of Barangay Omega. Again, looking at the lead, we're just looking at a 1.2k for Barangay Omega. And again, from looking at how the angles were a bit of a problem for Smart Omega in taking those objectives, how are they going to manage to fix it? Because there's a lot of pokes coming from Sanford, even from Benicudi. How he managed to steal a kill right onto the corner. How do they take care of that?
I mean, it comes from the vision that the Novaria provides. Because the thing is about Echo's lineup is that it's hard to execute if Novaria has
Here we
ulti.
go.
But now,
This is what I'm talking
Diversion
about.
conceal.
Coming
Diversion
from the
conceal.
back! Coming from the back! Everyone's caught in the final slash once more! And Carl TZ goes down for some reason. All pure damage coming from Omega. But look at this, the Echo Express is just starting. They're just warming up. Slows though coming in from the Astral Echo was massive to stop Echo from basically just deleting Omega.
Sanford's not done yet.
Sanford's not done though. He's got the thunderclaps, he's got the claws. He's not afraid to use them. And he takes one.
He's too low. He's too low. Marked.
He's gonna go
Penny.
down.
He's
There's
gonna get
gonna be a
marked.
kill. Man, kills happening all across the map here. Sanford back to full health. At least one of his health bars.
That was so close. 3-man down, and Jome got his 3rd kill.
Yep, this is the advantage that we've been talking about earlier. The maneuver from the Arlott and, of course, the Luwei. Even though Smart Omega punished Carl TZ's positioning right there, the diversion play was late, but still they got the victory, they got the damage that they needed to output, especially from Benicudi and Sanford. You saw how quickly Benicudi deleted the front lines here of Smart Omega. And again, the thunderclap from Sanford, you have to be worried about the angles that he's going to be coming from.
The angles, how the pressure is being moved around the map right now. The lead almost 2K. You guys were mentioning about the late game capability. How's the item showing now for Nate? And Ace Benicudi now completely online.
He's massive, I would say. I mean, he's 200 gold away from the carry, but it's in a ton.
It's different,
It's
right?
in a ton. It's a 1v5 hero.
Yeah.
Like, that's very different from a carry. Like, yeah, sure, they can melt down the Sparals, they can melt down the Masha, but if you leave Natan for 5 seconds in a team fight, he's wiping you out.
You're absolutely right. Like 8k gold carry is hugely different from 8k gold Natan.
Yep.
He does a lot more AoE damage and he takes fights very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And he melts things right away. And Omega defended that push from up top, and Waves are pushing in Echo. Still 11 minutes in. How is Omega looking for a way to get this? Again, there's a diversion at play. There is we saw the final slash conceal. They can come from all kinds of different places in the map right now. How do they even manage to pick down one, and who to pick in the side of Echo?
Well, the way that they're dealing with it right now is they're basically not even buddy systeming. It's 3 people together. As you can see around the jungle right now of Omega. I mean, very close by is Mark and Ryoda, making sure that Jome doesn't get caught by surprise here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're playing not to lose, but you're just dragging the game out against Natan and Masha. So I feel like Smart Omega really need to do something, especially with this ultimate.
That is a huge play. They take out Ook here. That's a majority of damage taken out from Omega. Now they have to rely kind of up Dome and Ryoda here, who are both on the run. Flicker in by Sanford, getting chased down. I think he's going to go down. That's one thunderclap gone. Sanford gone as well, but that's mission accomplished here for Echo.
3-2-1, and how...
Benny? Benny is still alive, by the way.
It's still not over. Entropy cast it out.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful damage being outputted by Dinatan, but here comes Ryoda trying to see if he can make something happen. Even with the curtain call, even with the vengeance already used up, he is going to go out. He is going to go back to base now, and we are seeing Benicudi's damage here.
Did Andorio miss that Aprasis Wrath?
We're going back on the replay. Let's have a look.
I think he missed that Aprasis Wrath.
I think he might have, yeah.
Let's have a look what happened back there, brought to you by Infinix.
So it's a nice play here.
Yeah, this is the problem with Smart Omega waiting out the game. Echo will just pull this off. Like they have a ton of plays available in the map, especially with the Luwei. If they are in the middle of the map, they have access to the outside of the map. And with that play, the diversion, you cannot see for Smart Omega.
And they're super fast. Like, they run right after. They conceal right after. Very little time for Omega to react.
It was really smart how Sanji managed to, like, okay, I casted this diversion. I'm going to walk away to not
Look
sit.
at this. They're pressing it. You see the range from the map, right? It's so big. It goes under the second tower of Smart Omega. It's so big.
They can do whatever they
want. I
want.
love how that purple line showed. It showed how the coverage. You'll see, we're seeing at it again.
Yeah, they're threatening the ultimate from the
Look
Luwei.
at that coverage.
They're calculating the distance from the bush. You can see all the numbers coming into Sanji's head.
Carl, Detona's
and
welcome.
Here we go. It's a one-man diversion. It goes somewhere on the map. He's looking for Cook here for
They sent Sanford.
They sent Sanford. Oh! Sanford, though. And that's Carl TZ going down. Oh, my goodness. The jungler for Echo here is gone, and Sanford spotted out.
Nah, they know somebody was sent on the backside here of Smart Omega. They committed with the Barat skill. I think this is the proper play for Smart Omega. They really have to commit to a play here before Sanji and the gang is able to do anything. And that's a big kill with the Barat. Oh, Andoryu!
Oh, they don't need to contest this. They take out the jungler. He evaporated. Whoa!
Now, talk about commitment, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy from Echo.
Insane.
Insane damage that we just saw on this kind of lead. Mark.
JP
looking for a way to punish.
Oh, that's going to be a big problem here. JP, though, has immortality, so will...
Oh
my goodness! We need a replay of that. We need to know. We need to see how that happened.
There were heroes there.
There were 3 heroes there.
There were 3 heroes there.
They're gone.
Oh my goodness.
What the hell just happened?
The pushback, the final slash into the duality of the Louis. Erased Smart
Sanji's
Omega.
damage is unreal.
Somebody put that back on replay. We want to see it
We
back.
need a replay of that, please. Slow
Echo.
motion.
Oh my goodness. Look at how they layered their own skills onto that depth.
Wait, was that the first time we saw the duality pop?
No, it pops. Usually pops.
Yeah,
it
I
just
know,
doesn't
but-
have that much damage.
Oh my god, now we're gonna see a replay.
Finally.
A massacre from
Let's see.
Echo.
Super slow-mo, please. Super slow-mo.
Slow it down, slow it down.
Because we need to see these
Alright, that
three.
was a good pull by Mark.
That was a good
Sanford
judgment.
with the
Sanford
flicker
bomb. There you go.
Boom! Deleted Smart Omega.
That's 2 down, and Jome obviously super duper squishy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was...
Here's the items.
That was disgusting from Echo.
That was purely insane damage. And that was just Echo.
One combo. Obviously, the low Yi is super surprisingly good, especially if you hit multiple targets.
You know what's
and they're
crazy?
close together.
He doesn't even have Divine Glaive. Now he's about to pick up the Holy Crystal, which
He's about
means
to do that.
more damage with the duality proc.
He gets it. Sanji gets it now.
So what? Divine Glaive and someone from Omega could easily be 2-shot.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, Smart Omega can defend for days. They have the carry for them to defend off the Lord. But the later the game goes on, the scarier the combo gets from Echo. Because the thing is, this lineup is very good against carry. There's a lot of like AoE damage that the carry cannot withstand. Like, if he tries to man fight against Echo, you're gonna have to worry about the duality, the hits from the Nathan. Even if Benecutie is not even targeting the carry, if you're along the lines of the balls from the Nathan, you're still gonna die.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So, with that being said, we're just looking either Omega is probably delaying the inevitable or they're ready to commit when they say they want to go. Again, it's all about commitment for this lineup, and Echo is getting scarier by the minute. It's almost 18 minutes. Completely can counter everybody out of Barangay Omega. So, again, skill hit rate, Astral Recall, 64 times cast count.
Yeah.
I'm loving this stats right here.
31% hit rate.
That's not the best hit rate, but I guess are we counting heroes here? Because it's also used to clear mobs and minions, right?
And to be fair, who's to hit? Like, Echo's been hiding in the bushes with the Louis.
That's the question.
That's true.
It's hard, especially for Akir, to do his job when all the Astral Recalls, all the Star Shatters is about getting vision.
And he also has to worry about like Amasha diving into his face.
Exactly.
So,
Which
what do you do?
Sanford has been really consistent of doing. Like, they keep sending Sanford on the back line to snipe Akir all the time. Every single jump has been on the Novaria.
Oh yeah. And that is like the problem. Like, how do you even address that? Because if that is the case, if they're willing to commit, is defense items even enough?
Ah, man. I'm not sure.
I mean, against this lineup,
They're relatively basic, what do you call that? Down to their core, all these are squishy heroes except for Ryota and Andoryu.
The thing is, like, with Barats, Louis, Masha, sure, you can itemize against them. Buy Imom, Winter Truncheon, Wind of Nature.
By a few seconds, yeah.
But against Benecutie, hell no. There's no item in the game that is good against Satan.
He's not instant burst. He's non-stop laser.
I mean, you say that Claudius DPS carries DPS. This is the first marksman who's DPS and burst.
Like all in one line.
Yeah, you can't buy rated armor against this.
And that's what they need. They're just completely riding with their own wave, how they set up their early game. And at 19 minutes, Andoryu looks like he's still ready to commit for this one.
Look for the diversion.
Is it time for Omega to try something fishy here, something unpredictable?
Man.
It's been Echo going hard on the engagements for the last few minutes.
Speaking of going hard, like how you even managed to be in like close to Lord? If you think like someone will come in from your back midnight.
I think you do the same play that you did with Smart Omega earlier. You pull the Barat and then burst him down quick as you can. But the thing is, now that Sanji's level 15, the range on the ult is so big that they can just run them down.
Yeah, they don't care about... I mean, even at this point, just watch your back.
I think that's the
that's the
main
only thing
thing.
Omega can do.
That's
And
the main thing.
And hope that Echo messes up, right? Which happened earlier with the one-man diversion.
Yep.
So
That's the question.
Oh, they saw the Navarian up top. They saw the Navarian up top.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's go time. It's go time now.
It's 4v5. They know they have the advantage. That's Ryota going down. He didn't do anything there. Only cast the curtains called. And now it's going to be a fight happening here. Andoryu very, very low. For some reason, though, the rest of the members are still alive. That's a win for me.
They saw the Navaria for a quick second on top. They immediately went for the diversion play, but yeah, you're right. Fortunately for Smart Omega, they only lost CC.
Best case
but
scenario.
They have to reset, though. They still have to reset. And now Echo is just about to do the same thing all over again. But they have to wait for Sanford, which means Omega has time. They have time here.
Yeah, it's pretty, I would say pretty even. The two people who are killing each other, Ryota and Sanford, are gone.
Okay.
So,
This is the question.
big question.
Omega has a door to recover in this late game. This is the question. Will they go for it? Will they commit?
Andoryu's quite
What's
low,
gonna get
though.
with JP?
Looking for Andoryu, looking
Going
for
right in
Jomir,
front,
and
getting
getting
pulled!
demolished right now.
Emo?
Who still has the immortality, but will get demolished there again with the Fraser's Wrath. And now the rest of the members are looking for more
Mark.
targets to go for. Benny Cutie trying to see if he can stay safe here. Curtain call activated by Ryota. Venyas as well, but no one's hitting him. And now it's going to be Sanford going for those Thunderclap bombs. The Masha bombs are real. And here's the fake diversion.
Oh, Andoryu, despite everything.
Up top!
It's Benny Cutie going up for the objective here for that turret. Mark, will it be enough? Will he be enough to stop him? I don't think so, with Benny Cutie dodging these astral recalls as well.
Okay, they were willing to sacrifice that midnight. How and why?
Oh my goodness. I mean, Smart Omega, that was crucial that they got the Lord Steal there. Beautiful spit coming out from Carl DZ. The damage was overwhelming on the side of Echo, but I love the patience from Job. He did not show himself. He was not participating on that fight until he saw every single member on the side of Echo. That's why Carl DZ was brought down, because Job was finally fighting in the front lines. And Carl DZ was scared in getting that Lord because he was so low. But look at this.
Another
play.
goal.
Oh, no, that's everyone jumping in on the Joam using Wind of Nature, trying to stay alive. Benny
Benny!
to the back end, or you getting hard
Welcome.
into it. Gonna probably be going down here as well to buy a few more seconds with that
Sanford.
immortality, but that's not gonna be enough. Sanford's at the back, though. He's absorbing all the damage again from CC, and now it's gonna be Echo pushing up on the bottom
They
side.
only have one wave.
They don't need Lord here if they can take care of Marco Ryota.
No, one wave for Echo. Can they end this?
Coming in,
Final slash.
Final slash, and that's gonna be Mark going in, jumping in, out
Benny.
of the way. Still not gonna be able to survive though for another day. Ryota very low on the turret here. He's buying as much time as he can.
Ryota was able to pull the cannon towards the tower.
Up against four Ryota.
Oh, he has vengeance. He's still alive.
He's still alive.
He's still surviving, but only for a few minutes.
He falls. Echo completely waiting for the wave. Now the base is open. Ready your TikTok goodie bags now. It's Echo taking game number 1.
Look at those goodie bags and they're gone. Look at that, Echo. Very convincing game there.
Yeah, that was a fun match to watch overall. Again, the plays were across the map literally. you have the diversion play. Also, you get, like, he was getting deleted by the Thunderclap, but also the patience from Smart Omega. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to battle it out against Echo game number 1 because of the comp. The overall composition from Echo was just so crazy.
Built up momentum, how they started their early game. And again, the question was, is Omega delaying the inevitable or they can completely commit? We were seeing commitments and Andoryu was doing it, but the problem is there's so much backline, and the main thing about this, again, match is watch your back. And that was the main problem, and how, again, Echo managed to seize the opportunity, not even wait. They went for the last push on that corner, and that quickly ended things in Omega.
Yeah, I don't envy the position of Omega there, because half of the time, they're
Oh, yeah.
trying to
I
come up
wouldn't.
with a good plan, right?
Uh-huh.
Come up with a good attack angle. Half of the time, they're worrying about who's behind them.
Yeah, there's a mad lady behind the
Insane.
lines waiting for somebody to get thunderclap.
Masha doing all the work, and our MVPs none other than Sanji
Masha bombs, bro.
for game
Masha bombs. That's a good
Yeah.
term.
for
Yeah,
game
we've
number
been,
1.
We've been calling that.
Just imagine how he managed like the few seconds of the game, midnight, break things down.
Yeah, Sanji with the Louis performance. Again, this was a crazy pick overall from Echo. A very good time pick as well on the third slot. Smart Omega did not have any answers against it. Even though they did have the late game with the carry, they did have enough of a front line to sort of like sustain the the brunt of the damage here of Echo. But again, as you call it, the Masha bomb, Sanji was able to deliver the winning chances here for Echo against Smart Omega behind the lines of Smart Omega, by the way. Now, we're looking at the highlights here. It was an even game in the early game, right? It was like a battle of objectives, a battle of farm between Benacutie and also Joe. But the thing is, we've said it before, we've discussed this in the desk, like Smart Omega, they are delaying the game here for the carry to be able to farm up, but so does Echo. Like, Echo is happy farming this game. They're happy with like getting the items on the Natan, the Masha, because come late game, they have better ways of executing the fight, and that's where the diversion comes from. And these diversions from Sanji are so well damn placed that Smart Omega never knew where they were coming, aside from that one diversion play up top, because Sanford was just delivered there, and then Smart Omega decided to go for the team fight. But overall, Echo did have amazing engagement, especially this one, that the wow they proc from the Louis just deleted the entirety of the squad here of the Barangay. And after that, again, we saw another diversion play on the bottom lane. Echo just equalized the playing field here for Smart Omega. They were playing against a carry, but the problem is they need to man fight here for Smart Omega. And man fighting, I mean, as much as you want against Echo, you could do that. But you, again, as Carl, I was about to call you Carl DZ. As Carl was saying
Carl,
earlier,
yeah.
they really needed to worry about the backline. Not the enemy's backline, but their own backline. Because, again, the Masha was just being sent over to Okir, and that was just a very big threat that Omega had to face. You wouldn't want to be Omega at this point, because, again, having to worry about like Masha and Louis, that's a tough game. Now, looking at the emblems here, especially on the side of Echo, you have Sanji with the lethal ignition, and of course the rupture, the casual penetration in the early game helps you in like poking heroes and stuff. But also you have to look at the emblems here of the Natan. This is the typical Natan emblem build, however, but it does help to get the bargain hunter, because you're able to get online much faster. Even though it's just a 5% discount, you know, the faster that you get online, the faster you get your items, the faster you scale. And Natan is one of the fastest scaling marksmen in the game, especially with how he's built. Like in this current meta, it's hard to itemize against Natan, because like even if you want to buy Radiant Armor, it has a built-in cooldown, and Natan hits like a truck, and you cannot wait for like 2 seconds for your magic stacks to go up, because by that time you're dead. Natan is taking you down, and in comparison to Carry, he's a 1v5 hero. He can burst down any single target that he wants. He doesn't need for any CC or any lockdown, because he has his own. That's the beauty of Natan. And again, with the Masha bombs, with how Echo played this, it was just a scary late game composition. Not because of damage alone, but because of the way they execute these fights. And speaking about executing fights, JP was also fantastic in the early game. We saw that early trade on the turtle. He was able to equalize the trade and get another one for Echo. And just the overall rotations prevented Smart Omega from doing anything that can propel them towards the mid game. So they, he allowed both teams basically to play to scale, so that no weird plays happens in the mid game. Echo is just gonna be able to free farm all throughout the game and scale for the Natan and the Masha bombs.
Looking at the heat map, how JP managed to like form an L formation throughout the early like few minutes of the game.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere. And you mentioned about how the Nathan was so effective in the early game. Again, Midnight mentioned it hits like a truck, and pair it with the Luoyi and I don't know, and the Barretts. Well, yeah, I'd rather close my eyes and not play if I was in that state of the game, because it was so dangerous. But right now,
it wasn't fun for Omega.
It wasn't.
Especially for Ukir, man.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time you're zoomed out, right? You're looking for targets to attack, and
and then he just gets outplayed.
That match was so good because Infinix GT Series outplay the rest. Brought to you by Infinix, the official sponsor of MPL Philippines Season 13.
Be unstoppable and outplay, right there, the rest with Infinix GT Series.
You know, it's crazy to think about the thing that you were saying earlier, Rockhart being a warrior in that game, like having to zoom out. When you're about to fire the Star Shuttle, you see a lady walking behind the lines, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm done.
It's too much to handle. But right now, it's up for grabs, and you can get this for yourself. Vixana's high rarity Zenith skin is now available. Get one now because the draw is still happening for 30% off on your first 10 times draw and 50% off for your daily one-time draw.
You can even get a chance to win Vixana's Battle Emote, the Queen Illumination Effect, Apple of Doom, and other amazing skins. So you don't really just get the Vixana, you get some other skins right there. So draw in there.
I like that. I like that skin so much.
You're a Vixana main?
Yeah, now, this season. Yeah.
Because of the skin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're one of those, huh?
I love it because how the voiceover changes from the old Vixana and the new one. It was a different. It's like it's literally a twisted fairy tale that she can stand up to herself.
Yeah, I mean,
very good. Very good detail.
It's interesting that we got a lot of Vixana players right now in MPL PH. There was a time where, like, especially week 2 and week 3, Vixana was always first pick.
Oh yeah.
Even with Echo, now we're changing things up. We're now back to the old mages like the Louis.
Oh.
Even the Gourds are now popping up once again.
It's just super surprising because Vixana is just so easy to use usually. So.
Yep. Again, we're about to see exciting matches ahead. But right now, let's head over and focus our attention on the screen for this story.
Siguro po pag nakuha ko na po yung MSC. Siguro po pag naging pro player na ako sa lahat ng game. Inaalay ko po yung championship sa S13 sa sarili ko po. Kasi parang feel ko mina na ako eh. Tapos parang may gusto pa akong patunayan sa sarili ko din. Tapos inspiration ko siyempre girlfriend ko. Kasi lagi siya nakasuporta sa akin eh. Tapos yung family ko din na lagi nakasupport.
Carl TZ, the GOAT has spoken. So MSC
and he wants not just MSC, not just MSC.
I think every game.
Every game.
He wants to be a
that's
pro
what drives him.
in every game.
That's a GOAT mindset right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why stop here?
I know
when you can go further.
I know
I
a
mean,
few
he's young.
people.
Yeah. Of course, we're at
He's
the
young.
age. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
we're
young.
at the age that where like esports and specifically in Mobile Legends can take you to anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that so many times in so many different games. We had a pro player named Jesse Vash before.
Yeah.
And he's in different games.
Oh yeah, he played MLB
He
too.
played a lot of
Yeah,
different
he was with Geek Fam in PH.
Opposite. So who do you think is going to win this match? Tune in the official YouTube streams and comment hashtag Omega or hashtag Echo with your game and server ID. Again, we're giving away 500 diamonds to 4 of you.
Yeah.
500 diamonds. That's
2,000
Yeah.
total.
that's
I mean,
that's
not
like
really
10 draws of
Yeah, I know.
Vixana skin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Get the chance because again, use the hashtag OMG or hashtag Echo with your game and server ID because that's so important.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget that. Again, if you lose your
Hashtag
4 or
Omega.
5 digits in the server ID, your chance is gone.
Yeah. Also, if you have any analysis, I help. You know.
Oh.
you never
Oh,
know.
there it is.
Never
Rockhart's
know.
here. We're
never
reading
know.
your comments.
You got-
Put in your analysis right there. Start a conversation in the comment section.
Oh yeah, we're
Let's
reading.
I love those, by the
Yeah.
way. I love those. I read that every day.
See?
I mean, not every day, but
Because-
when I get the chance.
It's really nice to read YouTube comments once in a
Yeah.
while.
Of course, I think the community is what the meta somehow
TikTok.
and the RG pushes forward. And going back on our draft recap, well, yeah, this wasn't a good game for Omega even to play against this kind of composition against Echo.
It definitely wasn't fun for Omega, but again, they did some work in the early to mid. They were able to get the advantage against Echo, but again, the composition is meant to also scale alongside Echo. But the problem was Echo was also fine in scaling up the game against Smart Omega because they have more ways, or I would say easier ways of executing the team fights. Because if you're a Mega, you really had to commit with the the Divine Judgment. We did see it a lot of times, but the problem is your lineup is mainly composed of pokes and DPS. Up against a heavy burst lineup, you can never like out damage a team fight initiation by Echo. And the problem is like even if you want to team fight them, again as I've said, you'd never survive, and you don't even start the fight for your side because Echo will always have the upper advantage when it comes to starting the fight because of the diversion.
Although there are moments where I was surprised that, wow, Echo's able to burst down Carl Tizzy really quickly. Like, there's a few moments like that, but it was only because like 4 people were attacking at the same time. Most of them are DPS.
Yeah, I think that was a problem because you're talking about the commitment. Again, it's all about the commitment for this lineup. Let's see how in game number 2 for Omega and how it will be a favor for them to bounce back and push this to a game number 3. So looking at our sides, we're looking at blue side at 55% and we're looking at the respect as well. How is this in line with the sides, Midnight?
I mean, Omega, they did go for the Louis ban, so there's no diversion play that could come out from Echo. But, alright, Nolan's open still. Omega, they have the choice of either banning it out or letting it go, but I don't think you do that against Carl Tizzy, especially Carl Tizzy. There's no explanation needed for that.
I like how you pointed that out.
Don't give Carl Tizzy an assassin, please don't.
Nolan is 100% banned
Still,
for Carl Tizzy. No, he was able to use it once or twice.
I mean, it's still 100% in MPL PH, but against Carl Tizzy, I don't think you give him the Nolan.
That's true.
There were games where Nolan was picked up.
They lost
not
though.
Carl Tizzy.
Yeah.
I think he lost one game
on it. Yeah,
one game, and then one.
It's open.
Okay, so with the Baksha gone, they might be forcing Echo to take the Fredrin, or Omega wants to take Fredrin. But again, you've mentioned about the assassin. Depends.
Interesting.
Barrett's
Really? All right.
Okay.
Andoryu.
Do tell.
Andoryu. Nolan.
Do it.
I think you go Nolan. I think you go Nolan Arlet here. No.
Echo just
so
literally said,
interesting.
"No, you guys take it," and they're just completely like, "Oh, hey, go ahead. Look at the least death per game after week 4. Benny Cutie is sitting on top against Yasuo and Super Marco."
That's saying something because Super Marco is a very safe player as well.
Yeah.
So, wow, really. And even right now with TNC basically losing almost every game, they're still... Yasuo doesn't die. Anyway, surprising. Can I just say why...
I mean, he's played 2 games.
Yeah, he did play 2 games.
I will choose
Arlet, all right.
Why would you prioritize Barrett's over...
What?
Ooh. Okay.
No way.
Okay, Harith right away.
No way.
With
All right.
the Arlet. Okay.
What's with these picks?
All right, I think...
Enlighten us, Midnight.
I think they're flexing this Harith. I mean, they're showing that it's a gold day, but they could still be flexed on the jungle rule. It could still be flexed onto the jungle rule. But there goes Nolan. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the
It was a trap.
The contention rate of 100%.
It was a trap, man.
Yep, they completely, Echo said, Coach takes, okay, they went for it. Let's go get it.
You know, I was posing the
Vexana,
question,
Nolan?
why would you pick a Barrett's over Nolan? No, they still pick a Nolan.
I mean, maybe Echo really just likes the Barats Nolan matchup, because some people do. Because it's hard to contest the turtle against the Barats if you're a Nolan. Because what the Barats will do is just eat you up. Now they get the 2 on their side, but they're losing out on flex here. Because now you know that the Barats is going to XP. That's a trade-off. So Smart Omega, they don't go for the global ban shenanigans. They still go for the Fredin jungle pick here for Andoryu. So no variety here for Smart Omega. Throw the keys to victory out for Smart Omega. They're going back to the roots.
Andoryu said, finally, I can use the same hero 2 times.
I think it must be a relief.
What a relief. I don't need to use weird stuff like Alpha and all that.
I mean, the surprise was still there with the Harith, but when they revealed the Fredin, I think it was okay because they removed the Baksha themselves, and now the Nolan and the Barats is on the side of Echo. So I didn't think there was a choice for Smart Omega to make, but to get the Fredin right there, because you're just gonna lose out on a very good jungler on your side. Now, I really like this Roger ban. It's a good counter, I would say, against his lineup of Smart Omega. I mean, it's not a good laner, not that great against Harith, but you do know that the aggression will be ramping up on the side of Echo once they get the timing here with the Barats and the Nolan. And we've seen Ben Cutie just go all out on the Roger.
No, I get that. Because the Roger, if you combo that with Nolan and Vexana, someone's going to get deleted on the map.
Yep.
Yep. They just
they jump, they go out.
A literally deadly combo if they let out the Roger and use it for themselves. We saw how Sanji Stats has a 60+% win rate on this Vexana and a 75% team participation.
Yeah.
So maybe that sums up like, hey, this is the team fight capability threat. Now they remove the Grok, they remove the Tigreal, and I guess this could still be the path that Echo wants to deal with.
Yeah, let me just say, Echo has done their homework and they understand Nolan so well. I like these bans coming up from their side and also the way they set up the Barats pick. Because again, they didn't want the Barats Nolan matchup. Now they got the best pick for Nolan. But now the technician is in the field.
Who saw this?
Finally.
Comment down below who saw this coming. We never saw it in MDL Philippines. So only in MPL Philippines we see Chip.
Renmar
Chip is
saw
here.
it coming.
Yeah, Renmar did. I hope you're happy right now, bro. But right now he's here, and with the debut of Andoryu, they're taking it with them.
All right, so it's Omega. Of all teams, Omega is the last team. Literally the last team I thought who would use it first.
I mean, as much as the hype is surrounded with the Chip, I don't like it against Vexana and Barats though.
Yeah, it
You
looks...
teleport in, somebody gets eaten up, and then Vexana just throws a Lord. And then, yeah, sure, some people could go in late, but that also means that the other people that went in early will just die to Echo, no?
Yes, exactly. It's like you're still funneling everyone into one kill box.
I mean, I like it with the Ardent Inherit, don't get me wrong, but I think they don't have that kit that can actually make this chip pick really feasible.
Oh man, I'm not sure.
Especially with this one.
Okay, Phobius. Okay, this is again.
Phobius.
Phobius answers out mobility and dashes out of Echo's skill set, but how will this blend? Again, this is the question. Like Mark on this chip. Okay, low key. Somehow, like it has a percent of like a Luya, like I can go over around the map, but with portals. But does answer more of the problems that they went from game number 1 this time? Oh, Midnight, come on!
I mean, the thing is, like Smart Omega, they have a way to deal with the Nolan during the team fights, but that's just it. It's good against Nolan, but your entire comp still suffers the same fate against the Barats, the Kaja, the Vexana, and the biggest concern is how are you gonna stand against this carry? Yes, he's not gonna be dashing out because of the presence of the Phobius, but you really have to fight around this vicinity from Echo with the Examiner Force, with the Final Slash, and of course the Fredrin. They do have the chase capability though, but the damage, especially on the late game, I worry about Smart Omega's lineup.
Very worrying indeed. So we're gonna have to see. You know what? Aside from having the chip, they also have the Phobius. Great to deal with the Nolan. With the multiple dashes. Other than that, we're gonna have to wait and see what their battle plan actually is.
Let's see how this goes. How will Omega push this to a game number 3? We're looking at a debut pick here by Marked. Now, coverage of the map maybe is what they're going for, but how does this lineup blend well with Echo? We're looking at Carl T's getting his hands on the Nolan. We are looking at Sanford with the Barretts. So there's crowd control, there's burst, mobility, and you have this burst capability of how teamfight will work with Vexana.
Yeah, Vexana right now.
That's also the biggest concern as well for Smart Omega. It's not just about the late game, but also early game damage. It's non-existent for Smart Omega. You have the Harriet, yes. You have the Phobius. These are both great in mid-game. But your mid-game against this lineup of Echo, it's going to be heavily delayed because Carteezy is just going to do this.
Yeah,
right
you know
away.
What? They can completely nullify Shortcut, which is the name of Chip's ultimate, which I just looked up, and I saw Burrito also looking it up, and Chantel, so everyone's looking up the name of the skill. Anyway, what I was saying is, you know what? You can nullify the effect of Shortcut if everyone that you want to teleport is super weak, is super delayed on their lanes. That's exactly what Echo's doing right now.
I mean, the thing is, like, Smart Omega, they have this cheesy teamfight tactic against Echo, but you have to get there. The question is, how do you get there? You have to control early game, and even then, you lose out the early game against Echo because you have nothing against this Nolan.
Yeah.
That's the question. How will you go against the Nolan now? Because if we're looking at damage, well, this guy has more of the damage combining most of his passives. And so this is the question. Will they even commit? Oh, but Sanford commits to the Daytona's welcome.
Nice Daytona's welcome here, and the Eternal Guard, the ultimate combo combined with Carl Teasy, which is what I said earlier. No matter how tanky you are, that's a very difficult combo to withstand.
That's the most aggressive dinosaur I've seen in my life. Turtle was gone. He was like, I'm about to eat more. I'm going to take more.
And he had more coverage.
And he has a lot of chips.
Yep.
And he's 10. Oh no. That's why. That's why.
He saw a chip. Nice.
Yep.
I understood that reference.
It could be a healthy change of diet for a dinosaur. Yes, I think chip is also a good way to feast on. But that's the problem. Will Mark just keep on doing that? Because I know he's getting vision. I know he's trying to get something out of Echo's coverage and even the map.
Yeah.
But right now, looking at how JP, Carl T's, and Sanjin rotating, they got their tracks covered.
Yeah, they seem to have everything covered right now. I
Oh,
think the
that's a
only
flicker.
question mark is if they commit mistakes, which is exactly what I was gonna say there. And right now, it's Carl TZ who can basically destroy Andoryu at this point, right?
I mean, Andor's been winning this Retribution Steals against Cartesi, surprisingly.
Since the last game.
Yeah, against the young GOAT.
Imagine that, how experience speaks to it. Like, okay, I want to deal with this and have a chance for my team to bounce back. And for this, Echoes with a lead of 2.2k. It's 3-0 in the first 3 minutes. So how will this lineup go? I mean, you have Jom on this Harith up against Benecutie. So in early game, Benecutie's 2 levels ahead. 2 levels! Oh no, Curse Touch connects to him. Plus the Eternal Guard. Going back to what I just said, Benecutie's ahead in 2 levels. Midnight and Rockheart. Benecutie!
That's gonna be so hard for them to actually deal with. But again, it might just have to be damage control up until the point where it's safe for Jom to join these fights. It's gonna be until it's safe for Ryota to join the fights. Because without Ryota, without Jom, the damage, that's basically free walking tanks.
Mark.
Should go in right now though.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Carl TZ, that is one way to deal with him. And again, this is why you pick this guy.
Ooh, that was a big question mark for Carl Tizzi. He went in too deep, and the Smart Omega just showed up with a chip. And suddenly you see 3 heroes popping out of the portal.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Okay, Daytona's Welcome Flicker.
That's a very good usage of Daytona's Welcome into the Flicker. Maybe would have lasted longer, but Ryota will be able to survive. Obviously, this is XP lane Arlot, right? It's different from Roam Arlot, very squishy. This one is tankier.
Yeah,
and
more items.
Oh, already? Yep, so XP Lane doing all the work, and Flicker saves him from the possible takedown. But looking at the threat of Chip right now, yeah, he fell down 2 times. I think that the threat is like, okay, once the portal is open, everybody could just completely gank you up. It's a 5-man invade, 5-man engage. The question is, how will Echo revolve around that? Will they respond in quickly? Will they use that as an advantage? But right now, XP Lane Sandra being trapped in 2.
Huge advantage here, obviously, for Andoryu and Ryota. Their DPS is quite low. But then again, so is the backup coming in from Echo. He's a little bit too late here. Nice energy eruption here from Andoryu to stop RLTZ from killing the Arlot.
He stopped the second dash. That was very good. Very good
huge.
timing from Andoryu. Now, to answer your question, I think Echo has to really play around this Nolan more, because Cartesian has been roaming around solo for the past 2 minutes, especially after that takedown. Smart Omega, the thing about their lineup is, if you don't pressure them...
Divine Judgment!
Anyway, here, if you don't pressure them, they don't care. But
Oh!
here comes the backup, the 4-man attack, the 4-man shortcut, which could have actually taken someone, but Echo, they're very attentive.
Yeah, Andoryu?
They're diving in under it. Benecutie, with all the flickers used up, he's still quite low.
Well,
and that's gonna be Okir going for the hunt with a vengeance. Not enough to chase him down.
Wow. Alright, I was about to say earlier, if you don't pressure the chip or any other hero on the side of Smart Omega, they're just gonna be able to farm efficiently. Because again, they don't need to join up fights. The thing is, they have a chip. They don't need to force fights. Because if Echo goes on the chip, if Mark is able to use his ultimate, Omega will be popping out from that portal. And Echo, they did exactly that. They went on the chip, and then Smart Omega just popped out of the portal.
And Ryota had managed to use that final slash so beautifully, pushing and pressuring Benecutie to fall back to base. Now, third objective, Turtle is up. Who's gonna take this? Sanford.
So again, we've been seeing Omega really come out on top. Andoryu, I think he's taken at least 7 or 6 out of like how many 8 turtles against Carl TZ. That's impressive.
This is great for Smart Omega, by the way. Very interesting dynamic with this lineup. Oh, gets pulled.
Great poke here coming in from Echo. They will be able to take out Andoryu. Coming in out on top here is going to be everybody. Everybody coming out of the shortcut.
Welcome.
Ready for the fight, but they isolate. Mark can't really come to their rescue.
The overcommitment from Smart
Way
Omega.
overcommit.
Yeah, Andoryu and Mark falling down. Even the portal is up, and that is just the counter punish of Echo. Now they're seeing this mid lane.
Oriota?
Oriota the
Ooh.
final slash. Curse touch
Dodge.
connects. Completely dodging. That's a pickup, also an item for Sanford as well. So, okay, what went wrong there?
I mean, again, aside from the overstepping, I don't think they have the damage yet because Jome had to go for the Thunderbolt first item, especially against a carry. And look at Benecutie with the Corrosion Scythe. No boots, by the way. Corrosion Scythe into the Rose Gold. He is going to be able to survive this magic damage coming out from the Phobius and the Harriet. That's the reason why it feels awkward to Smart Omega. Like, you'd look at this lineup, yeah, they did fail early game, but still, they have a strong mid game. But because of the early game lead that Echo had and these itemizations coming out from Echo, it feels like they're getting repelled. Smart Omega's mid-game advantage is getting repelled.
Yeah, not picking up the boots is like a sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Because your early game is a little weird. You're going to get chased down. You might use the flicker. You might need to use a flicker, but you will have items. Oh, what are you doing there? You're standing on a shortcut? You can't do that.
Sanford.
And now it's going to be Sanford in the middle of the fight here. Dayton's Welcome already used up. Huge fights erupting. Huge chase down coming from Omega. And everyone just wants a piece of the pie. Sanford going to be super low. They know that Dayton's Welcome is not available, and they take more than they bargained for.
I mean, to be fair, Echo did not really try to fight that out after that chip kill. Carl TZ and Benny was like, nope, we're done. We're getting out.
Ryota, though, having the ability to final slash at least 2 members, and he still lives! 4 members of Echo are down!
Despite how Carl TZ and JP went there and waited for the right moment to take down one from Omega, Ryota's final slash saves the day, and they fall!
Oh, Smart Omega with the synergy. They are able to make plays against the Orcas. These final slashes, these chip ultimates, these Zaman forces has been really on point from Smart Omega. They went in for the punish. They knew Carl and Benny did not want to fight. They didn't have the Divine Judgment. So Smart Omega, in their minds right now, we can just go brawl. We can just go fight.
That's a huge. That's actually a huge advantage from Atoyar, man. You're taking so much attention to the chip. You keep forgetting Final Slash is also a very scary ultimate.
Yeah, fun fact. Chip's favorite snack is
never knew.
Potato chips. Comment down below if this is your favorite snack as well. I think I might buy a soda to pair it up with a chip or something.
Honestly, Chip is just disgusting in this point of the game. Like, he is able to move across the map just by sitting in one, in one particular, not even side of the map, one particular dot of the map.
Man, he has 4 portals. 4 portals to be utilized by his own ultimate.
Look at this.
Oh no.
He can play solo and just he has ult.
He can literally call a team.
Yeah, this is an entire team.
Woo!
There you go.
There
Ultimate.
you go.
Portal is open.
Up. They catch.
Oh, everybody's here.
JP. Oh my goodness, Carl TZ and Sanford, they're in trouble here.
Oh, Sanford?
Sanford's at the back. They flicker up straight into that.
Oriota.
Don't forget, you still have a turret on the back. Okir jumping in and out of existence, jumping into these fights, taking full attention of Echo, while the Lord and everyone else goes for the retreat.
Wow, earlier, I said Echo will have this fantastic mid to late game, but with this level of execution coming out from Omega, it feels like they know so well how Chip works. You saw how Mark played that, right? He was like walking. He was walking in front of Echo, and he was like, I'm just not Chip. I'm the entire squad.
Yeah.
I know how to call a party, so be sure you're ready. And that's how they completely managed to pull things up and Echo. Let's go for a replay.
Imagine.
Let's go for a replay.
Imagine a position 5 roam flickering on top of you without nothing. No backup whatsoever. And then suddenly 4 heroes pop out of nowhere.
That actually could have been worse for Echo because they caught 2 people trying to retreat into base. And that was super surprising for Echo, but it's good that Sanford was able to have the presence of mind to use Daytona's Welcome and Flicker.
Oh, Mark!
Oh, here it comes again.
That's
1 portal here. Obviously, you can take care of that if you are Echo spotted out, but now
There's
it's
a
going
call.
to be Echo on the
Sanford
chase.
is not in conceal.
They
He's
know
not
that
in
there
conceal.
are 2 people here. They know that the shortcut is on cooldown.
They responded right away.
Everyone's on the chase here.
They responded right away.
They're running. Oh, that's something.
You literally hear the crowd, and the energy just completely blends with everything.
You know what's crazy? Mark can do this all day. He can just pop out, in and out of the portals. 20 seconds cooldown, by the way.
20.
And then if he sees somebody, press ult. Press ult to win.
That's his job.
That's his job. Yeah,
And don't
exactly.
forget, Mark can also go back into these beacons anytime
And he can just jump to Lord.
wants.
He can just jump to Lord, by the way.
So this is the problem. Will Echo melt down his portal? Are they that fast? Like in minutes now? Midnight, how's Benicuti's damage with that?
The thing is, if he flickers in, it's going to be hard to take down the portal because you also have to deal with it. And also, like, you have to target the portal by yourself. But the thing is, will the time be enough? Because if you commit to taking that portal, yeah, you might be able to take it down. But suddenly you're faced up against two heroes
Already.
that have gone through the portal, and then you will just die.
Oh no, that's so much problem. I mean,
Look at Mark.
Luo Yi problem in game number 1. Now you have Chip in game number 2.
They have to be careful here because you know what? Mark can teleport to any beacon. That's why JP's been standing near the beacon for a long time. He can go down here, but south of the Lord. He can go to the other side of the map in an instant, as long as he is on that beacon.
They need to be.
Look at that.
They need to be really concerned about where the chip goes. This divine judgment. How
Oh,
it
here
goes.
we go! He goes to the bottom, and he jumps in to Sanford. That was a weird.
That's a wasted ult. That's a wasted ult.
That's a wasted ult. Right? That's not useful, but they use it enough. They're able to distract Echo long enough for Andoryu to go for the Lord.
The timing was there for
Wow.
Smart, Omega, and JP. Dude, that was genius, by the way. JP was in the right spot. He knew that the chip...
He sensed it.
He knew that the chip was going to TP in.
Yeah.
But he concealed. JP was not able to get the Divine Judgment off.
Because you need to
You need to hit it
click
first.
it. You need to hit that icon, that hero lock.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't do it because there's no target on his.
Yeah, and he was like,
phone.
all right, what am I going to do? He tried using the first skill. He tried hitting it, and he was like, all right, screw this. I can't use
Let's
this.
just walk.
Let's just walk away.
Such a smart play from Omega.
That was genius from Mark.
That was so good. That was just so good.
And it's so hard for them to deal with this, right, for the meantime. But you know what? As time goes on, Echo's team fighting is going to get stronger. With Benicudi getting stronger.
But so does Omega.
But yeah, that's right, though.
So are we still seeing the same possible game? Like, could this still be anyone's game?
Honestly, I would say it's still on the side of Echo, but with the way how Omega has been executing these fights, it's still going to get harder for Echo, especially for the Nolan. Because the thing about Nolan is that he falls off, not that hard, but he does fall up against this kind of lineup from Smart Omega.
It's very difficult if your targets are compressed together.
Yeah, and just walking around the team fight.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark!
Now, though, Mark goes in straight up for the gate crash. Another teleport coming in from the rest of Omega, but the team fight is very, very messy. Mark goes down, though that's utility gone. Okir's jumping in, but he will get taken out as well. Shutdowns coming in, 2 kills for Carl Teasy. And there you go. Make that 3, by the way.
Ryota.
So
Ryota.
Oh, wait, it's a maniac!
I think they can end. I think they can end.
They can definitely end this, right? They can, like, half a minute.
But there's minions pushing down bottom.
No, there's minions respawning. There's minions spawning.
They're just spawning. They can take care of it.
Oh my goodness, that's it.
That might be game.
That is it. It's just Mark who's alive. That's game.
That's game. That's game. He can't clear. He can't clear. Chip has no wave clear. That means it's still going to be an Echo 2-0.
And that's how they win the lap. Echo, despite what happened on the early game, the smiles on their faces, we still pulled the late game answer. Echo sweeps Barangay Omega.
It was a fun trick, though.
I demand a rematch.
I think we need a better climax.
I need a better ending.
We need a better ending because that was anticlimactic.
I don't know. I'm losing.
I mean, you're gonna win the team fight if you're fighting a 5 with the tower, of course.
Yeah.
Smart Omega did overstay that push, and they got punished heavily by the more experienced team, I would say.
That's fun though.
It was okay. I think one of their go-to, like the go time answer was they knew I think the chip was on conceal, and maybe that's how they utilized the Divine Judgment right away and pulled right onto their crystal, and they used this as an advantage.
It's a nice hit. I think you can see it on their faces. Echo members, they had fun.
Yeah, they had fun. They had fun game 1. Omega had fun game 2. Everybody had fun.
We had fun.
Look at Sanford. It was like,
They're
damn that
smiling.
game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But you know what?
Kudos.
They could polish that very well.
Yeah.
They need time to polish it. It looked really good though.
Yeah, kudos to the new Barangay.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is Echo that they were up against. And that was, I would say, the game 1 victory. Yeah, sure, give it to Echo. Game 2, I'd say that was as close as you can get against the world champions.
Yeah.
That's no mean feat.
even for a debut day of Andoryu with Ukir and having this new mix of barangay, still doing, but now they have to bow out. But for this, let's throw it over to Mara and Hans together with Echo.
All right, everybody, let me hear it from you. Echo loud. Echo proud, congratulations. Wait, medyo kinabahan kami dun sa last team fight na nangyari. Ikwento nyo, anong nangyayari sa comms nyo during that moment? What exactly happened? Kasi akala namin katapusan nyo na, but you guys were able to flip it around diretso dun sa base. Anong nangyari doon?
Kalmado lang po kami na nag-uusap. Tapos parang pag nag-TP po sila, mag-iba po kami ng position. Parang wag po namin sila labanan agad. Tapos hanapin po namin yung right time na lumaban.
Ito naman, so last week you guys suffered 2 losses. Kamusta yung team mentally during that moment?
Okay lang naman po kasi parang nagtitake po talaga kami ng lessons every talo po namin sa mga matches po namin. So parang part po siya ng pag-grow po namin as a team.
So paano nga ba kayo nag-bounce back? Ano yung mga lessons na take nyo doon para masigurado nyo na mas-sweep nyo yung kalaban nyo today?
Siguro nag-double effort po kami and then nag-build din po kami ng ilang games namin na kung saan po kami nagkakamali.
You know, I honestly like yung reviews na ginawa nila kasi kitang-kita yan. Very much close games yung napansin natin. Carl, I'd also like to give the microphone to you this time. Kasi nandito ka na naman. Dito ka naman sa harap eh. Carl, this is the very first time I'd like to elaborate dun sa sinabi ni Sanford na nilabas yung chip in this season or all throughout the MPL. Ano ba? Kamusta yung experience going up against the support hero?
Ano po, nakakainis po. Tapos,
nakakainis?
Hindi mo po kasi expected kung saan siya TP dun sa 4 na TP niya eh. So, nakakabigla po.
Okay, so in terms of that one, paano niyo siya in-address? Like, inabangan niyo na lang ba sa base? Ganun na lang ba yung strategy? What's something that you could look forward to pag nakaharap niyo yung chip next time?
Siguro po, baban po namin yung mga pang-clash na hero.
Yung mga pang-clash na hero. Kasi yun yung naging problema nila. Instant rest po kasi yun, Mara. Pag lumatag kagad yung teleportation, alam mo na kagad na may engage.
Yung tips naman, kasi sa mga maglalaro sa RG, anong mga tips nyo? Para kay Chip.
Ano?
Anong tip? Anong ikaw? Anong tip?
Pagkalaban mo yung Chip, anong dapat iwasan? Kasi si Carl sabi niya yung mga maklash na hero daw eh.
Pagkalaban or pag ginagamit, sige, may tip ka ba?
Wala po eh, ban nyo na lang po.
Iba na lang talaga. Kailangan straight
Fair
ban.
enough.
At ito naman ang ating MVP for Game 2, Carl. Carl, na-expect mo ba yan? Natuwa ka?
Hindi po.
Okay, shout out naman sa lahat ng mga manonood natin.
Shout sa mga sumusuporta sa Echo dyan. Sana supportahan niyo pa kami lalo.
And we're always continually supporting you. Let me hear it again from everybody. Echo loud. Congratulations. You may now take your bow and take your walk of victory. Ikaw ba gumagamit ng chip?
Di ba? But after this match, I feel like it's something na dapat natin gamitin sa mga rank games natin after the broadcast.
Oo, medyo nagiging problematic ngayon, kaya nga ban na lang. Iba-ban kaya yon ng ating mga casters? Silipin natin kung ano nga ba ang sasabihin nila. Casters, pass up.
Thank you so much, Mara. That is Echo with their winning interview. Well, it was a fun match. It was a crazy match today for the first start of the week, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think you guys agree that it was anticlimactic, but should they pick it next time around or just leave it on the table?
I mean, they said it themselves. They're going to ban it.
They're just going to ban it.
There's no counter.
Yeah, it's hard.
Too
It's hard.
much.
Okay, let's bring things down a bit. In game number 2, Midnight, this is your analysis.
Yep, I mean, we did see the MVP earlier. It is definitely Conteasy on the jungle. Nolan, not the Nathan, Nolan. Very easy to confuse with. With the early game that Echo had, they set up for an amazing tempo in the mid game. And again, this is something that we discussed earlier on. The advantage that they got was not just with the gold lead and the momentum swing, but also repelling the mid game power spike of Smart Omega. They did, however, sort of fall off against the Barangay, especially when the Harriet was starting to join the fights. But again, These early game movements from the young GOAT allowed Echo a wiggle room, I would say, in the early to mid. A space wherein they can commit mistakes, wherein they can give a few kills towards the side of Omega, such that they don't lose that much. Because again, Echo, they did have an amazing early game. The tempo was there. The momentum was theirs for the taking. But Smart Omega, they punched back with the chip plays and, of course, the final slashes that came out from Ryota. It came to a point where it felt like they didn't have any answer to the shortcut or the ultimate of Mart, especially with the 5-man engages that Omega has been doing against them. But because of the wiggle room that we talked about earlier, that advantage that they got early game, Omega did not hit the timing. And the late game was sort of like problematic, where they felt like they needed to rush this Lord take, but Echo had a friend on their side. The base was also hitting some few heroes here on the side of Smart Omega, which is, again, I would say a problem for their side, because they needed to win that fight, but they fought under the tower, under the base of Echo, and unfortunately some heroes would be hit, because if you deal damage towards the heroes of Echo, you would be targeted by the base, essentially allowing Echo to fight not just with 5, but with 6 heroes on their side. Now looking at the emblems here, KartEZ, I'm actually surprised that he went for the Impure Rage instead of the usual Lethal Ignition, which does give out more, I would say, more consistent damage in the early game. Because the thing is, he doesn't need to really burst down the heroes here on the side of Smart Omega. He just needed to like burst them down so that they can sort of like set up for a kill with the Vexana, with the carry, with the Barats. Because there's a lot of CCs or crowd controls on the side of Echo that they don't need that assurance from the Lethal Ignition. And I also like the way that he built this Nolan with the Hunter Strike, Heptases, and Sea Halberd. Didn't go for the Blade of Despair, a very greedy build, because again, he knows that he has to itemize to ramp up the damage against Smart Omega. But come the late game, it was actually Sanji dealing the most damage here because of the Eternal Guard. The HP based damage coming out from as we call it, the EG Boy from the Tagalog podcast. He just maxed the hell out of the heroes on the side of Smart Omega. But again, the group up was insane from the barangay. It was literally overwhelming Echo. But they also had enough of a frontline, enough of a sustain, enough of everything basically, enough of crowd control, enough of damage that they won the last team fight inside their base. Now looking at the heat map here of the young GOAT, again, early game was everything for Echo here. They really needed to secure that advantage coming out from the Nolan, because if they didn't, they might just have fallen off to the mid-game power spike of Smart Omega. But because of the things that he did early game, the kills that he got in, the lead that he was able to give Echo, he put Echo best basically in a very safe spot. Even if they lose out on objectives, some towers, some resources, they're still gonna scale towards that late game and have that team fight advantage, especially with the damage coming out from their lineup.
Yeah. I think presence of mind. That's what kept them in the game, despite being overwhelmed sometimes. And because of this chip pick, right? And that chip pick means the pick today means that still the only hero who hasn't gotten picked in MPL is still Yin.
Yeah, Yin. He was banned though. He was banned.
Really, Yin.
Yeah. In terms of like presence, everyone has been, everyone has
Chips
shown up.
He used Chip.
Yin is still yet to be picked up.
So that was our first match of the day. We're heading up for our next one. Again, this is OSX, Rockhart, and Midnight. We're throwing it over to Antianara before we head on for the next match.
Isang magandang buhay mga ante, at nandito tayo ngayon para isplok sa inyo ang latest scoop ng mainit na MLBB Esports Chika all around the world. Kaya naman, halina kayo sa ang Chika with Antianara. Unang destinasyon, Indonesia. Nakikita na natin na MPL ID Season 13 ay Gora ulit na this week. After a 2-week break ng MPL ID, Gora na ang 5th regular season week ng MPL Indonesia. Kaya naman suportahan na natin ang ating mga kababayan na nandoon. And in line with that, makikita natin na nandun lang din naman si Eman at ang BTR na dating galing ng RSG Philippines. Palong-palo ang performance coming from Eman, kaya naman top 1 ang BTR right now in our standings. But of course, hindi naman basta-basta magpapakabog sina Kyrie at Coach Yeb dahil sumusunod sa kanila ang ONIC. So right now, number 2 ang ONIC in our standings and number 1 lang din naman ang BTR. And in fact, hindi din naman malabo na ang magiging ending lang din naman ay ONIC versus BTR sa paparating na MSC. Mahaba pa ang lalakbayin ng ating mga kababayan sa Indonesia dahil 9 weeks ang kanilang regular season. Expect mo yon 9 weeks, sa atin 7 weeks, sa kanila 9 weeks lang din naman. And now for our third chika for today. Madaming imported na Pinoys ang rarampa sa MPL MENA Season 5. Kaya naman, ang ating next stop ay lumipad naman tayo sa Middle East and North Africa or MENA. Dahil simula na ang 5th season ng MPL MENA. Bagong ligang dapat nating bantayan dahil maraming imported ang maglalaro dito. Ilan lamang dyan ay sina SDZYZ, sila Ding DR, sina Miko, sina Dre Schofield at Pancake na lahat ay naglaro sa MPL Philippines or even in the MDL Philippines. But of course, our last and fourth headline for today ay sa ating Fireflux Esports na si Rosa. Kaya naman tumungo na tayo sa ating huling biyahe sa Turkey kasi nangunguna sa MTC Season 3 ang Fireflux Esports. Sa kabilang dako ng mundo, mukhang Fireflux Esports pa rin talaga ang team to beat sa MTC. Kung matatandaan nyo, ang Fireflux ang pinangunahan ni Rosa ang naging pambato ng Turkey na sumelyo ng 7th to 8th place noong M5. Makikita kaya natin sila ulit this coming MSC? Kaya naman to everyone out there, fun naman pala lumipad all around the world. Kaya naman mga ante, nakikinig kami sa mga hanas nyo. Kaya mag-comments kayo sa ating mga community group and kung meron pa kayong additional chika na gusto nyong ipasabay sa akin, talagang i-comment nyo na down below. Abangan ang international chika sa mga susunod na linggo dito sa Ang Chika with Antianara. Kaya naman, sa pagbabalik ng MPL Philippines, susunod na ang superstar matchup of the week sa pagitan ng ONIC Philippines at RSG Philippines. Kasing init ng labang ito, ang init dito sa Pilipinas, kaya drink your water, MPL fan. Huwag kayong aalis at tumutok lamang tayo dito sa liga ng pinakamalakas na Mobile Legends Bang Bang players. Ang MPL Philippines Season 13 will be right back.
The 13th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 13. Infinix GT Series, outplay the rest. Experience the MPL PH Season 13 action live at Shooting Gallery Studios. Tickets are now available on our official ticketing partner at /event.com. Don't miss any MPL PH action by following our official Facebook page and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok as well for more content. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the official accounts of MDL Philippines. To ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Nakilala niyo na pala ang transferee natin. Class, meet your new classmate, Felicissimo.
Moy na lang po.
Lisa, guide mo muna si Moy ha as he adjusts to our school. Thank you, Iha. Okay, everyone, bring out your social studies textbook.
Nag-ML ka?
Pero kaka-start ko pa lang eh. Noob pa ako, tsaka newbie rin dito.
Sus, school ML. Ako bahala sa'yo. Dali lang to. Road to Mythic agad tayo. Pakinggan mo lang ako. Rule number 1, let your personality show. Pakita mo kung sino ka, be. Perfect na perfect. Rule number 2, find a good school-life balance. Study hard, play hard.
Yes!
Ang galing! Nice one! Rule number 3. Basic lang galawan dito. Basta alam mo, Prayo. Magpataba para lumakas. More kain, more energy. Rule number 4. Pag may humamon, game on! Huwag matakot sa clash. Kita ka namin sa map. Auto rest back. O, diba? Basic. Easy lang mag-rank up, basta sama-sama.
Thanks, Lodi.
Ano? Laro?
Yeah!
Guys, next week na yung tournament. Game tayo, ah.
Sige, basta ako ang tank, ha?
Gold din MM ako ah.
XP na ako. Kaso,
Nag-last day na nga pala si Kyle.
Okay guys, please welcome Mimi, our new teammate.
Hi, Mimi.
Good to have you, Mimi.
Hello.
Please take the empty desk.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome sa department.
Thank you.
Baka gusto mong sumali sa team namin. Meron kaming ML tournament.
Hindi ako nag-games eh, sorry.
Turuan kita. Gusto mo? Dali lang naman. Tsaka parang team bonding na rin tayo.
Pwede naman, pero hindi ako nag-games as in zero knowledge talaga.
G lang. Magkukore ako, bubuhatin kita.
What?
Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Oh, Mimi, dito ka lang sa tabi ko, ha?
Oh my Lord!
Oh, boss turtle ah. Def lang.
GG. Bawi na lang next time.
Nice game, guys. Later na ako.
Focus lang yan, Mimi. You're making progress naman, eh. Basta, focus ka lang sa atin. See ya.
Sa atin? May kami na ba?
Mimi, sa tournament, dapat masanay tayo gamitin yung in-game chat. Ha?
Okay.
Okay.
Hoy! Mimi yung turtle!
Sorry. Let's go.
Uy! Nice presentation kanina.
Oo nga, nice one.
Siyempre, para tapos
Grabe.
agad.
Hello.
Uy!
malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas face the golden sun and ribbon for the 3 stars. Look at us to the top, no ifs, no buts. Winning any game, para to sa PINAS. Di mo matitinag aming boses sa new level. Nasa kalye man o mobile, you know I become a legend. Open fire, we unite, we winners. Built with pressure, like diamonds are made of. Switch in a lane na parang gera, HP racing may reset up. Built agad ang buhat ni Hilda, full load SS parang Lyra. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Hold on, yeah, wala ka sa Pinas. Laging MVP, no surrender, no retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve. Laging MVP, no surrender, no retreat. Giving 100 all my all, cause we just cannot be defeated. We are unstoppable, immune and invulnerable. Ready ang equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow, east to the southeast. Takas sa watawa, proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas face the golden sun and weapon for the 3 stars. Unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We the stars.
Ang lakas ng Pinas. We unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas. We the stars.
The 13th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 13. Infinix GT Series, outplay the rest. Experience the MPL PH Season 13 action live at Shooting Gallery Studios. Tickets are now available on our official ticketing partner at /event.com. Don't miss any MPL PH action by following our official Facebook page and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok as well for more content. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the official accounts of MDL Philippines. To ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Welcome back to MPL Philippines Season 13. And yes, we're doing the esports player pose. I'm OSX, I'm with Rockhart and with Midnight. We're back for another action this evening. And this is gonna be hot. This is gonna be ready because this is ONIC and RSG. meeting once again.
So the literal top hogs, hedgehogs
Wow,
of
wow.
the MPL
Alright.
Philippines right now. And
I wasn't prepared for that.
the literal dark horse, because they're knights, black knights, and chess.
Okay.
You know.
So we have been seeing their first steps. We've been seeing their
You came
tactics.
prepared, huh?
You have
I
so
didn't
much
prepare.
to offer today, Rockhard, and we love it. We love it. We're loving the steps of RSG, and we're loving the stakes of ONIC Philippines, because right now, before we head out for a headline of the day, Auntie Anar has broken down some news, and she went all around the world.
Yeah.
She talked about MPL ID, which
9
is, by the way,
weeks.
resuming today, I think.
Yeah.
Today. Later. I think it's up right now.
They have
Oh,
a
I think so.
longer. They have a longer season.
Yeah.
Like she mentioned.
9 weeks.
9 weeks. So
9. Wow.
Holy moly.
I mean,
9 weeks.
in my career, it was like 8 weeks, 9 in total of playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. MPL ID's regular season is 9 weeks, but she did also mention like the standings of the teams right there. Bigashawn and ONIC still sits at the top. Most likely the teams we'll be seeing in MSC. We don't know. We never
bro.
know.
Eman, you know.
But you also have Yaoi catching up to the leaderboards, up in the
Aura Esports.
third spot. High, I think it's been the most successful campaign of Aura, I think.
What if this is Yaoi because it's a Y?
Somebody came prepared today. Huh?
Yeah, we are getting more prepared for the bombs that you're going to give us, Rockhard, because right
Masha
now,
bombs.
the Masha bombs.
Right.
It's RSG versus ONIC, another streak-ending match. Again, two teams who put an end to the longest winning streaks in MPL Philippines franchise will go up against each other in this match.
So that was basically ONIC Season 8, ending Blacklist International's win streak in MPL Philippines. And that's RSG obviously doing the same against ECHO.
Yeah, I mean, RSG has been ending streaks left and right. Now ONIC is doing the same, but right now they're also going to try and end each other's streak. Because RSG streak has been every season that they're in, regular season, half of that, RSG dominates. Now ONIC is about to end that. RSG is up against the blacklist run of ONIC Philippines, because right now, again, they're on a winning streak. They're on a campaign to get the 11-game winning streak of the regular season.
Looking at these 2-0s, 1-2. So most of them went for like, what, 3 games?
Yeah.
Mostly 3 games. RSG and ONIC, eyes on the smiling demon as he tried to put an end to the winning streak of the super family empowered by the gold standard Kelra.
Look at that.
And to extend their own winning streak to 5 matches, looking at the stats, Midnight.
I mean, I'm trying to look at the stats, but man, props to the graphics team, man. These graphics has been fire. Literal fire, by the way. The gold standard versus the smiling demon, different roles, but same effect. They are and have been the pillars of each respective teams. Now you have them pitted against each other, and looking at the stats, it's so close.
This graphic looks like the Retribution emblem.
It is the old one.
It does. I just want to bring that up. And how important is the match for ONIC?
Yeah, aside from breaking each other's winning streak, this match is extra special for ONIC because of 2 things. What could this be?
Well, if ONIC wins, alright, if ONIC wins versus RSG, ONIC will be the first team to qualify for the playoffs of MPL Philippines Season 13, and they will maintain their chance of breaking the longest match winning streak in the franchise history of MPL Philippines, which was done by Blacklist International back in Season 8. Again, the 11 matches. Onsing laro before losing.
Yeah. You remember. Yeah, the line.
Yeah.
They broke
Shout out
the
to
streak.
Leo, by the way. I know you're watching.
That's the guy.
That's
the guy
right
who
there.
wrapped it. Yeah.
Onsing laro, bro.
The 11 games before
Laro.
ONIC broke
Onsing
the
Laro.
winning streak of Blacklist International.
Wait, let me do it in nicest voice. Onsing laro.
Onsing laro.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Grabion.
accurate.
Yeah.
Grabion.
Yeah, that's how he says it. Shout outs to our friends in English.
Lakas.
Yeah?
But you know what, guys? This is we've been giving away 500 diamonds previously. This time, we're giving away 1,000 diamonds to YouTube commenters who go to the stream and predict #RSG or #ONIC with your game and
1K.
server ID. 1,000 diamonds.
Yeah.
Be one of 4 winners. Comment your predictions with your IDs now.
Discuss what you have to discuss. RSG,
Amen.
#RSG, or #ONIC, because this is the star match of Friday. 1,000 diamonds up for grabs. Don't forget to put your server ID because, oh my goodness.
That's 2 starlights, by the way.
Two starlights.
Wow. Yeah, 2 starlights.
And
And you only need 1 a month.
So who gets the other one?
I don't know. Maybe your friend. Maybe your boyfriend/girlfriend.
Or you
I
give it
don't know.
away. Depends on you.
Or maybe you give it to me.
Okay. Give it to him.
Give it to me. Well,
Yo.
I have starlight, so. I don't- I don't need it.
282274698.
Wow.
You know it. You know it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead, comment down below. We're reading it. Discuss what you need to discuss. Because again, we saw a lot of potential picks that show up today. We saw Chip. We saw debut picks of players as well. So who knows what could be this time around for this series. Here are our marshals who will officiate the match. They ensure the fairness and integrity of our games.
Need 1, boys. Need 1.
Chico, Jeff, Patrick, and Wilbert.
Yeah, need 1, and they can go up against RSG and ONIC. I don't know.
Only
probably
one,
can.
1 point.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
series, right? 1
Yeah.
point. And they can be the first team to enter the playoffs. Whoa, here we go with the entrances, boys.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, the drip, man, from Nuts. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen this Nuts, this confident, and this amazing outfits from our... Wow.
Summer is here. Summer.
Damn, they're looking fire.
You know winter is coming. This is summer's here.
Yeah.
The vibes, man.
Rampage. This time, they face the Kings of the Hill. Will the Slayer of Streaks break another shot at history? Rising for another slay, RSG Philippines!
Pwede. Oh!
Who are these?
Oh!
Who are these?
Oh, it's the boys!
It's the boys!
Wait. They have turned their doubters to members of their family. The Super Fam looks to shake up history. Can the wins go 8 to say that day 8? It's time for ONIC Philippines! And their coaches. Coach Panda and Coach Why Not. It's RSG Philippines versus ONIC Philippines. Who will take this series?
I am loving the creative entrances and the heat and the drip is on. But how is this lineup looking forward for the series?
I would say that, you know what, RSG, they seem to be pretty much on a roll. They don't rely so much on glitz and glamour. You know, although we did see a little bit of glamour there in their entrances, but you know what? They just get the job done.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about RSG.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have some little bit of flair left here and there, but in terms of, you know, flair, ONIC PH is really bringing it in for the regular season as they are making a statement here that this is their time, this is their season with Kelrock, King Kong, Super Prince, Gem, and Escalera fielding in as the #1 team of MPL Philippines. Speaking about creativity, this has been the most creative team out of all teams here in MPL PH.
Literally the first to run the Loye.
Yeah.
And after
Yep,
that,
yep, yep.
every team just started, you know what? I want a piece of that pie.
Yep. Now, looking at these stats here, it is dead close at the center here for RSG and ONIC. The thing about these two teams is that they're very successful in what they do. And that is the aggression, the controlled aggression revolving around the objectives. But I would say it does matter when it comes to those skirmishes outside of those objectives.
Looking at this, it's just a minimal differences. But looking at this head-to-head with all the unique players, or the unique heroes have been used, even contested ones, we're looking at longer games. Looking at this Pentagon, almost full!
Oh my goodness. Almost the same too. I mean, aside from the first build ratio, which does favor ONIC Philippines. And I would say, again, they've been running the same, I mean, not the same trend, but the same identity, which has been the variety, you know, the variety of ONIC. And with this variety comes unpredictability in the early game, especially with the strats that they've been pulling off.
You gotta give kudos to the team, to the stats team, right? Because they're actually correct. ONIC has been riding so much on the first bloods recently. I remember casting a few games last week, and I was like, "Oh, good, they got first blood. They got this game already." And you know what? It also takes a really good team to ride off of first blood.
And the thing is, like, the trio mid has been really phenomenal for both sides, especially the junglers, right? King Kong and Demon Kite has been on point in contesting these objectives, and while also amplifying the presence of their mid laners and roamers. But we really have to consider here the keys to victory, again brought to us by Infinix for both of our teams. RSG, they have to get that 10 out of 10 rating from Coach Panda.
Get
the
that
Pandamentals, as we've been mentioning all over this broadcast.
They're greats,
you know,
right?
The objective, the discipline. RSG needs to get a perfect game against ONIC Philippines. Now for ONIC, they need to force a collapse on RSG's rotation. Again, you can bring a chaos to the order that RSG has been doing for the past seasons. But for both sides, you have to suppress the opposing mid laners' playmaking capabilities. Trio mid, duo mid, mage. Mid lane is the utmost priority here for both sides.
Yeah, Super Friends right now, I feel like we saw the stats correctly. That's 100% win rate.
Yep.
On the low Yi right now, used 2 times, 3 times. So that's impressive.
Fourth now. Fourth now.
For fourth time?
There you go.
Wow.
So, that's impressive.
It's
that
a rising thing.
ONIC feels like, you know what, as long as we get that low Yi or Arlot, that's a good start.
Specific, no? Like, looking at how the mid laners, how be the game changes of this team fight, I think it's so important because will they focus on the mid lane? Because as we look upon the matchup of the day, will be with Demon Kite. Who's the focus here, like, despite the mid lane on the keys to victory midnight?
I'd say, again, aside from the mid lane, it's your trio mid, it's your jungle, it's your roam, but mostly just centered around the mid lane because that's where most of the aggressive plays come from in the early game.
Aggressive plays, but you can be aggressive with our live stream rewards in MPL Philippines. It's now available. Come and watch MPL matches in TikTok to join the goodie bag lottery and be one of our lucky winners.
And open TikTok, go to MPL Philippines channel, and then click on the official live stream. That's at MPL PH _official. And be aggressive in pressing that.
Power tap. Power tap.
Tap.
That's how you do it.
That's how you be aggressive.
Reach it, Rockhart.
Be aggressive. Because
I
can't reach it. It's too high.
See?
I mean, it's on the right side, so.
Yeah.
Their left side, our right side.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive because you might win the reward again. And YouTube, we're giving away 1,000 diamonds. And this, you get a TikTok goodie bag lottery, so it depends on you. You need to be aware of when to put or place that power tap. So up for grabs and comment down your discussions. What are you expecting in this match? Because again, we're looking at mid laners, we're looking at the junglers, even the comparison with Demon Kite, even in the gold lane.
Yeah, I have to say, I think RSG and ONIC is going to come down to whoever has the better performance in the mid lane. And again, that concerns your jungle, your roam, your mid, because that's your trio mid. And trio mid right now, especially in this current meta, is everything. They put pressure on the map, they win turtles, they allow side laners to get out of their laning stage in a very comfortable position. So I think it is going to be a battle of, first of all, the laning in the mid lane, the objectives, the turtle, the first turtle specifically, and also whoever pressures the map more.
Map pressure. I think that's one important thing. If you're up against RSG, do you know how to literally control? Macro-wise, they have answers for like A or B just in case contingencies doesn't work.
Oh,
because how is this? Like, with this kind of like a run-up of what do you call this, from RSG to ONIC, there's so much at play. Because if the Louis is the playmaking hero here, and let's see how this goes, because there's a lot of questions in the table. Just by looking at this draft, we will see which team who gets the priority. Okay, never mind. We're seeing Roger right away.
Interesting. Roger.
88% for ONIC Philippines for blue side.
no doubt about it, Kelra knows how to ride this hero. He knows how to basically just, you know, dominate that lane. It becomes very easy, especially right now that a lot of the teams that are against them focus on that mid trio that you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose out on the, you know, on the Arlet, so they get the Arlet Fredrin for RSG. Again, very fundamental draft coming out from Coach Panda and Coach Deliot. Now, ONIC, they do have the chance of getting the Baksha for King Kong. Because Baras has been taken out by RSG as well. They can get the Baksha alongside maybe a Faramis for Prince, or something like, I would say, the Vex would still be okay.
Vex Faramis, for sure.
Or you want to do it just the Bren way, you know, Basha Masha.
Oh yeah,
that sounds
the
fun.
Basha. All right,
depends.
Oh, they bring out the Joy without the Angela, mind you. Without the Angela, they're comfortable enough to pick up the Joy in this slot, and I think that's gonna be heavily punished by RSG because, you know, there's still the Kaja, there's still the Cho. I mean, Cho doesn't really counter the Joy that much, but you know, it's enough pressure in the early game, and also the catch will be a big problem for King Kong.
Well, speaking of problem, I guess, guys, you are right. So Joy, and you have the Vexana. So from this, looking at the Masha Baksha capability, I think there's so much penetration from the backline as well. And looking at the hero stats of Demon Kite along with this Fredrin hero, 78% and 5.21 KDA. So despite the Baksha still not being got, I mean, this is the rising thing that they want to do. The Faramis, instead of Omega, they went for this. How is this complementing their first 3 picks here?
I mean, for RSG, they do have the anti-burst against the Joy, and it's also good against Roger because it punishes the jumps, and you know, it sets up for an amazing team fight here for RSG. Very good when it comes to turtle contention, by the way, because like they can amplify the presence of Fredrin. And also, I'm liking this Trizla ban from RSG. For the longest time, Gem has been really successful with 2 heroes, the Trizla and the Xborg. Now you remove one, ONIC themselves removed the other one. Now you have to go back to the you know, to the I would say the pool of Gem. You could bring out potentially the glue, but it's been locked out as well because RSG, they have the Paramis. So I don't think Gem is gonna get a comfortable hero here unless he brings something out.
Picking a glue here would tantamount to just, you know what, I concede, I will die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't do that against the Faramis. And at the same time, you know what? You're right. I think like Gem might be the one to target here.
Yeah, he's locked out.
If you remove the Xborg here, imagine.
No, Xborg's out. Xborg's out.
Oh yeah, it was
ONIC
was the one who removed
That's why it's such a good sequence. Like the Faramis, it takes out the, you know, the glue, and it's also a good team fight here for RSG.
In before
amplifies the Fredrin, and you also remove the Trizla.
What if Gem goes Benedetta?
I mean, he could, but
well, the Benedetta is banned out.
You know,
it's banned out. Oh my God! What the hell?
Fundamentally speaking, like other explainers are still decent, like the Paquito, the Edith. I think it's gonna be good if they pick up the Edith here for ONIC. But again, conceptually speaking, this is such a good draft coming out from RSG.
It really is.
Just by
big
flexing.
Kudos.
Yeah. Flexing this win rate of 100%. Kelra onto this Roger. KDA 8 flat. Look at how the GPM is gold. Yeah, just from one game.
It's one game, so.
Yeah, so that's how you want to do it. So same thing around. So we don't know yet the gold lane of RSG Philippines. It depends on how they want to counter this. Again, the ban of the carry. Who's the best? Oh, never mind.
Actually, you know what? Now RSG picked up the Harith. Good counter against the Roger. But we don't even know if it's a Roger gold lane. Because honestly speaking, they could flex this to the Roger jungle, XP Joy, and then pick up something like a Brody
no doubt,
for the gold lane. They could do it for ONIC. We never know. This is ONIC Philippines.
King Kong for sure will be most likely able to use that.
Yeah. And the thing is, again, the flex is still there. But I do think if you want to go the safe route, you can take the Kaja here for ONIC. Good against the Harith. And also, probably the Paquito or the Edith. Oh, the Ruby. Okay, never mind. Oh, Ruby.
Oh, Edith, yeah.
All right, I think it's Ruby Rome.
Ruby
and then
Rome.
potentially Edith XP. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
That's such a good draft.
Lock everything out.
Good, it's good.
But looks like Gem is more prepared to answer with an Edith.
Somebody needs to go Kaja. Unless this is light Arlet. And then you go Yuzong, honestly. I think Yuzong is nice here. Either Yuzong or Thamus.
Really? Yuzong. Okay.
No, never mind. Thamus is bad. If they go for the Robe Arlet route, if this is XP, I think you still need to go Kaja. Or Cho.
You
Not
need
gonna lie,
something.
Cho, sounds good.
You need something to pick out from the team fight. Either you pick out the Edith. So that is the question. Will they go for the Kaja, or will they even go for the Kaja or Cho for light?
Depending on the route that they want to take this Kaja, there's Franco too for the Joy. Franco's just bad against Edith though. They go for the Kaja.
So is this good for RSG
Oh
Philippines?
yeah. It's been good for both sides.
Both sides, actually. I was gonna say that it's not just RSG. I feel like everyone got a little bit of what they wanted, and yeah, I feel like this is something that can definitely be a toss-up.
Oh,
but the
let's
audience
see.
doesn't think that. The audience thinks, you know what, this is ONIC. So
Yeah, 78% on the audience prediction. Comment down below, what do you predict on this match? Will we go for 3 series? Comment down below with the hashtag RSG and also ONIC. Don't forget your game ID and server ID to win our diamonds. Don't forget the TikTok bag goodie lottery. Oh my god, I'm in trouble for words. Go ahead and press that down in TikTok to join our goodies in MPL Philippines official accounts.
And I hope you guys are subscribed and you're following, because you know what, we throw out a lot of lives, so please do. I will look at you guys in the comment section, and I will look at your opinions.
Yeah, Rockhart reads our comment section, and
I do.
Creates a great discussion among metas. But let's see. It is the first series that we're about to witness. RSG versus ONIC Philippines. Let's see how this goes.
All right, so I feel like ONIC could have actually gone with a surprise route, maybe thrown Roger into Roger into the jungle. They didn't go for it. That means they're very much respecting RSG. I know ONIC sometimes can be willing to do these experiments, but not against this team.
Yeah, the respect is there, of course. Like, you can't really joke around against RSG. My question, however, is if they really wanted to go for the Joy, I think they could have put it second phase, so why that early?
Super early, yeah.
Now
yeah.
King Kong is also rocking the Imperial Rage. Gone are the days where Joy is just go for the Lethal Ignition, because it's really hard to land all the all the beats, or the beats from the dance.
Yep, speaking of Joy as well, I think he had an early visit on the camp of RSG. And I think looking back on what you said about the combination of the emblems, it benefits more the team fight, especially now that they're up against a Fredrin, they're up against a Kaja. More likely, you want to keep those rhythm and sustain flowing, because if you either lose the stack, I think that's one thing about a Joy early game. Like the squishiness, you need to be wary of.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a source of like a constant DPS from the Imperial Rage. It is a 5-second cooldown emblem. But it doesn't really help out in the long run, because it does fall off when it comes to damage.
Well, speaking of damage, there's a pokes coming in on EXP lanes. Oh, this Edith skin is really good. I love it. But looks like
really
the flicker.
Is. Huge flicker in. It's gonna be Aqua who's gonna be the main target. Look at that. Basically rolled it out and gave Nats first blood. Don't forget, Light is also close by, but no Divine Judgment means they might just have to back off.
ONIC losing on the first blood against RSG. That's big. And you see the level of commitment from both sides. Gem with the flicker, but also RSG was there to take the punish. This is a level of aggression we've been talking about between ONIC and RSG. They love that skirmishes outside of these objectives.
Now that Nats has that final slash, though, it's another kill coming over to the Raiders. Huge flicker! And I can't believe that was in range. Super Friends, though, with the Eternal Guard, it's not as, it's not as impactful yet, but what a hit there.
The whip! It's so long!
The longest whip in MPL Philippines.
It's the duo mid, I'm telling you. It's the duo mid RSG. With the way they executed that fight, that top lane, they saved Aqua. They punished ONIC Philippines and Nuts set up for RSG. But then again, Light found another target. That's 3 kills on the board for RSG.
3 kills.
Yeah, 3 kills, man.
3 kills.
I would say that, you know what, this is exactly what this lineup needs. Get that early on, so you'll have a basically invincible lineup with Ruby, with, Gem rocking that hero as well. I really like Edith. Used to be an Edith gold lane main, but you know what? That's not a thing anymore.
I mean, you can still main it,
You can, but
it's been rising recently in the meta.
It's not that strong, though.
I mean, it is quite nice, especially with what RSG has right now, because like RSG, the way they fight this lineup is they have to play the DPS game, right? They have Fredrin, they have an Arlet, they have an Harith. Team fights would get long, I would say. Maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and that's where Edith shines. get the stacks up, you use the Primal Wrath, and then you deal damage. So I think he does benefit from these fights that RSG needs to take in the mid to late game. But with the way RSG is snowballing at the moment, that might not happen, honestly. It might just be RSG snowballing to a point where they finish a skirmish or a team fight in 4 seconds.
You have to really commend, though. You have to commend Gem earlier. He hit that level 3 and people didn't expect, you know what, he's probably not going to go do anything. No, he figured forward. He was level 3.
Yeah.
He surprised ONIC because of that.
Unfortunately, Aqua had Purify. It was still a good force, but the damage wasn't there. So it just, it's just a play that messed up because they didn't have the proper resources for them to push through.
Yeah.
But it was still a good play overall.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Like looking back on that early advantage and how nuts he had a good angle. He knew like Escalera was coming right out that bush, and he completely called everybody in ONIC to respond in that first objective of the game. We're 2 minutes and 57 seconds in, and that kind of progress that RSG wants to make is like they want to go first hand with their own momentum.
Yeah, I really thought that guy was CW. I don't know. if the camera pans back, he's like wearing an ONIC. He has glasses. He has that black parted hair.
I mean,
he could be, right?
CW?
Yeah, I thought he visited or something. At first look.
You don't have to worry because ID has been importing our players. Let's start importing some of theirs.
Wait, maybe we can do that.
But not players, just audiences.
Audiences.
Imported we're kind of good. We're kind of good with our players.
Or maybe the cameraman.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's good. Like
we're okay. We're okay with the players.
We're okay with the players. we have other.
Oh, that's Boss
aspects.
A. No?
Why is this guy so?
I think we're having a
Anyway.
good round of caravans across Metro Manila, and players and coaches have been involved in like how they connect with the community. And it's one thing that we want to develop, especially now with the All-Star campaign happening. I mean, exposure with pro players and asking their experiences gives you so much advantage, especially if you want to take note of how to become a pro player.
Yeah, like it's a good game to watch if you want to learn a bunch of stuff, especially from these two teams. Like again, ONIC has been really creative all throughout the regular season. RSG has been really good when it comes to like the fundamental aspects of the game, the macro, the decision making, and when it comes to aggression, these two teams might just be the best.
Oh
I mean, for sure. Especially right now, a lot of teams are really, I would say, fearing ONIC because I feel like ONIC has literally defeated everyone.
Yeah.
Except for their first game in this whole season.
Yeah, that was Echo. Like I like your point that you're bringing out.
Yeah,
Because again, like there's that fear from ONIC, but knowing Coach Panda, he'll be like this to the players. All right. We're good because he speaks.
That's the way he speaks.
He speaks Tagalog, right?
Yes, that's the way he speaks.
So I'm gonna do it the Coach Panda way first, and then I'll translate
ahead.
it. All right?
Well,
He's gonna be like, we'll just play the game na talaga. Kasi there's no point in thinking na malakas sila.
I think he says that in a very mean way, a
Yeah.
little bit tougher way.
But there's a daddy version
with his
of
players.
Coach Panda, yeah.
What's the daddy version?
That's the daddy version.
That's the daddy
the
version?
Coach Panda
Really?
way is, you don't need to overthink talaga. Kasi we're malakas din. Like, they're malakas, but we're so malakas din talaga.
I feel like I'm in the RSG
So
meeting.
what Panda is essentially saying here is, all right, ONIC PH, they're strong, but it doesn't matter. Because we're strong too.
There you go. We're back in the game. We did see. Yeah, always
the
sing
bit.
that every time I play.
I miss that, by the way.
You miss playing Joy? You miss playing Joy?
I mean,
I miss that sound.
Do.
I miss that sound. And how that Joy revolves to be around like last season now.
Every
mostly.
game.
Yeah, fourth
Yeah.
pick into week number 5. So we had just head back from the pause. So looking at it as the momentum from 3 minutes in, RSG slowly building up a lead. So what are the things that ONIC needs to focus on?
I mean, they really need to work on getting their timings up, especially for the Joy and the Roger, because the thing about this game for ONIC is that they need that early game momentum, right? They need the fast-paced game for the Roger to be useful. But there's also that late game aspect for the Roger. But the thing is, they're up against RSG, and they're also up against Harris. Mid-game is going to be hell for ONIC.
I'm imagining how the Shrinko Fissions and the Zaman Force being laid down in team fights. It could be messy, but the purple could be messy.
There's a big mess here, but looks like you're happy to go ahead and take it. I love that King Kong didn't really get scared too much there. Just chill, basically just chilled.
Dude, Aqua was like, no, you're good, you're good.
Yeah,
I don't need to use my Netherrealm, you're good.
That was so interesting, right?
That's such a bossy move from RSG. They tried taking the turtle and just walked out.
That was basically like RSG, like, yeah, you know what?
Oh,
we can use it here! We can go for it where Escalera is most vulnerable, but Escalera had the flicker. He was able to make it out of there.
Oh, look at him,
But do they have the firepower to go and fight? Right now, it's going to be King Kong dancing in and out. No joy, though, for the turtle. No, he is joy, but there's no joy on the red tree.
And RSG completely secured the objective.
Gem,
Knockup!
keep it going here. I think Gem, you got caught off, man. There was no
Not
excuse to be there right
flash.
there. But look at this, the game presence of RSG right now. They're on fire. Turtles, kills, give me all of that.
After the objective, they continue to press the situation.
This is Task Force RSG at best. The aggression, the momentum, the turn. Demon Cat, you saw him turn to that turtle. He was like, I'm gonna take down that turtle. I'm gonna try and take in some heroes on the side of ONIC.
Pretty close, but no cigar here. And looks like RSG will be happy to just take as much as they can, much of this gold.
Yeah, clear the wave, go back, get their resources. After this reset, they're gonna try and do some plays again because Divine Judgment is gonna be up. Actually, it's up. And Flicker will be up in 50.
Okay, so that combo making play that Light has been doing, it's been a problem for ONIC Philippines. Like, how do you manage to hold it? Again, there's no Purifies present, right? Only Flickers. Because you guys mentioned about the timing, how to evade and escape those resources just in case RSG starts to build up the fight. The initiations from Light really crumbles ONIC Philippines to actually strategize or do a counterplay around that.
Yeah, it's hard facing this Arlet now of RSG. Keep in mind, there's also the Divine Judgment and the Flicker play that could come out from Light. This is why I mentioned earlier, ONIC's lineup is really momentum-based. They needed that early game timing so that they have enough of resources to deal with the Arlet. But now, RSG, with the way that their comp is built, they can just start initiating.
Even the
They're
Roger,
not gonna care.
Even the Roger's not joining the fights yet. So that means that, you know what, ONIC is in full defense, full damage control here.
Yeah. Recovery, basically, for ONIC. They're playing to recover here. RSG, they're about to fight this turtle once again. And they have everything. They have all the flickers. They have all the Divine Judgments.
Yeah, all green. Just like a stoplight in a highway. They're ready to take that turn. And they're ready to take it all.
You know what? Probably one of the reasons why the Joy just doesn't get picked up as much. If you get into this position, you're in trouble. It's so hard to climb yourself back up. Because you're momentum-based, right? You're one of the most momentum-based assassins in the game.
Yeah. Joy... And they respected this one.
Oh, Light!
Another
one, just when you least expect it, forcing Escalera's flicker, but he still goes down! And it's still not stopping here. RSG, very happy to take these fights. They do have the Nether Realm dancing up around that turret.
Oh, the layering of spells, that was crazy from RSG. They don't hesitate whatsoever. They knew that they could just be backed up by the Nether Realm coming out from the Aqua. And Light does not hesitate with the Divine Judgments, as well as Knots with the final slashes and the flicker. And the reward is they take mid lane.
Yeah, commending how Light managed to pull through and seize the momentum. Despite that there is a Ruby, that there's an Edith that he can be thrown by an Onward, he knows where to calculate, he knows where to place out ultimates. And just as you said, guys, the layering on how they wanted to build this team fight, the damage is just showing up.
With the way the momentum is playing here, with the tempo of this game, this could end quickly if ONIC doesn't do something.
Yeah. Again, RSG showing ONIC who is the better team when it comes to overall aggression. By the way, they're doing it against the top 1 team.
Top 1!
Against the #1 seed.
The top hogs.
And again, this is the timing of RSG. Regular season, every damn season, they do this. They do this.
You're right, though.
Week 4, week 5, it feels like they're freaking clods and carries of MPL.
The Slayers, they are literally the Slayers for a reason.
Yes.
And again, looking at this kind of scoreboard, 0-8. ONIC Philippines, not turrets being taken down.
0-8.
0.
No turrets.
Who would believe?
No turtles.
That this is happening right now. 6K, by the way. 6K gold. Gold lead for RSG. That's like, 800 a minute.
Oh.
You know, it just feels like RSG. They
Escalera?
took this personally. Escalera has been... You know what? For the past 2 flickers, Escalera has been forced to use them defensively.
Escape.
That's why ONIC can't make any proactive plays with a combo of I'm Offended and the flicker. And as you can see right now, they are going to catch Gem again, who seems to just keep dying each and every game.
Goodness.
And now it's Escalera who might be using the flicker again just to get away, but he will still be in trouble. Nice aggression here coming in from ONIC's forces. the Nether Realm from that Aqua.
This is the thing that I mentioned earlier. RSG, they have learned for the past seasons that they can start fighting outside of the objective, especially if you're leading by this much. 5k gold lead, 6k gold lead. Why not fight outside of the Lord? So when everybody wastes their spells, you could still get the Lord control, because guess what? ONIC is not going to be able to fight that. They're not in fighting shape.
Looking back on how you just said that, from thinking outside the box, Raiders now they're thinking outside the objective, having the momentum with them, gold lead and everything out of the damage of Aqua. How he managed to pull Gem inside that purple pit, that started everything out from RSG.
Yeah, that takes cojones to pull off, man.
Yeah, and that was like Edith, and he managed to initiate team fight, and as you guys mentioned,
I mean,
resources for escape. Yes, go ahead, Midnight.
I mean, maybe for RSG, why not? Right? Why not?
Why not?
Why are we saving our spells? We're 6k ahead. Let's just jump in now.
We can afford it.
Yeah, we can afford it. Now they're 7.5k ahead. They don't have the flickers though, but still, the final slash there and the Divine Judgment. They can just walk in, but it's 10 minutes, so they're gonna wait it out because there's that defense from the towers of ONIC.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what kind of economic damage RSG can do here, but definitely not endable. Maybe get some of these defensive options in.
Rockhard, I'm gonna say it's not even about economic damage, it's economy control. Look at this, RSG is taking everything away from ONIC. They're farming up the jungle.
Even their own jungle.
Yeah, screw our own jungle. Let's farm on their side.
Economy control right onto RSG. No food left for ONIC Philippines to slowly crawl back.
This is starving season for ONIC.
Oh,
it's probably the least winningest Roger so far this season.
And it's a struggling.
He's a finished
lineup.
Roger.
Oh,
right now,
again.
though,
all right.
Initiation countered by another one, another pull-off.
That's a good time from Escalera. He was able to cancel the Divine Judgment use with the Ministan. Oh, nuts!
And there you go. Here's the counter push. We don't need you to get pulled in. You're going to go in and you're going to get trapped. That's their message
King
right
Kong
now.
from the back.
King Kong from the back. Will it make a difference though? NetherRealm there to catch the rest of the team as they go ahead and get as much damage as they can. 3 members remaining for the Hedgehogs. The ONIC Philippine squad seem to be very happy to take him. A miss on the final slash, but no minions available means that it's only going to be a turret on the mid.
Did you see that sequence? That stun from the Arlet into the final slash into the Divine Judgment. That's synergy. That's synergy from
Picture
RSG.
perfect.
That's RSG, real synergy gaming.
That might have been also like over committal by Gem to get caught
yeah, for
there.
sure. He stepped out too far. And he got punished for it.
Oh, this is a good angle for Escalera. He got pulled.
Oh!
Could be bad. Nice Eternal Guard though. Good damage coming in from ONIC, but Kelra, he can't jump in. He's trying to look for a target to jump in, but he can't. All right, now though, it's going to be a trade. 1 for 1. 3 going down so far. Kelra falls, and King Kong is all alone. And no turret to defend him. Flicker in by Nats means that might be game.
And it's a wipeout.
Nuts, man.
That was Nats.
Nuts is crazy.
RSG Philippines taking the game cleanly. A dominating one for this series.
That might have been the best XP performance I've seen in this regular season. Nuts with RSG. And again, the synergy was so damn good.
Clean.
It was so clean. It was precise. And it was unstoppable. Oh my goodness.
And it was a game where that Roger, man, you could see at the very last team fight, Kelra was like, oh, okay, I transformed. What do I do? I can't go near. I can't jump in.
Again, we
He
saw
was helpless.
It was hard. Like, again, we've been seeing how Escalera uses the flicker out for the defense for recovery. But that moment, that I was looking for an angle, like he wanted to charge in. He got 2, but that was so late.
Too late, yeah.
For ONIC Philippines to respond, even for King Kong at the back. An extended team fight, and it was too big of a gap to follow through.
Man, I can't really get enough of the amazing plays that came out from RSG. It was so precise. It was so decisive as well. This is just, again, Task Force RSG. What could you say? I mean, there's a lot of things to say, but then again, you have your MVP here right in front of your screens. It's nuts. The entertainment is definitely on for RSG. An amazing performance coming out from this Arlet. The setups, the counter engage, the punish, the jumps. from this Arlet was crazy, and ONIC could not react at all. 705 KDA, 75% kill percent. Kill participation percent. 75% kill participation. There you go. I almost went crazy there. Because honestly, this was a crazy game by RSG. Like, if you watch again, I mean, we're gonna watch the highlights again. The jump from ONIC was there. The first turtle prio was about who gets the better jump. RSG did. And after that, it was all nuts entertainment. The setups, the aggression. RSG was not pulling punches against ONIC Philippines. The final slashes, again, the Zaman Force, the damage, also the save coming out from the Netherrealm from Aqua. The positioning of RSG is also on point. Netherrealm on the backside, they cannot reach Aqua at all. RSG always standing in the front lines. Demon Kite with the crowd control, with the energy eruption. Everything was perfect. And the layering of spells, it was just so immaculate from RSG. It's so good to watch. Honestly, like, you could boil down the summary of this game to RSG just synergizing so well. The spells they throw here are, you know, very coordinated. Like the jump on the Ruby earlier, the punish onto Escalera, perfectly summarizes what RSG did this game. And now we're gonna be looking at the emblems here. Again, it's the Fredrin, Demon Kite. Even though it's been popular lately, the support emblem, he's still rocking the tank emblem. But keep in mind, the item that he built was the Brute Force Breastplate, first item, which allows him more access to the crowd controls because of the cooldown reduction and also the raw tankiness from the tank emblem. I also like this choice, the Concussive Blast. Again, it's a very good way of clearing waves, also contesting purple buffs, because they do have to contest a lot of the resources on the side of ONIC. So I think it does justify the tank emblem that he went with. But again, the cooldown reduction is still there with the Brute Force, the movement speed, and also the Radiant Armor just to mitigate some of these damages coming out from ONIC.
Almost a perfect game, by the way.
Almost a perfect game.
One kill.
I mean, ONIC got one kill, but this is typical RSG. This is... I think RSG has the most stumps out of... I mean, aside from AB Bread, because they do go international.
Of
but
course.
RSG in Philippines has the most stumps in record, I believe. In the past 3 seasons of MPL, and it was just so damn good to watch. I mean, items aside, they just got the momentum. They had the ball rolling for, for the mid game, and they did not hesitate at all. It allowed Kusei to just have a fantastic time on the Harris. He was just dashing in, dashing out, dishing out the damage. But again, the setups coming out from Nats, Light, the flickers, the divine judgments, no hesitation, because again, they do have that trust that they're not gonna die in the team fight because they're still backed up by the Netherrealm of Aqua. Demon Kite was the sandbag all throughout this game, again standing on the front line, making sure that he's able to get the crowd controls against ONIC Philippines, and the Task Force RSG did prevail once again in game number 1.
A dominating one and a clean one for the Raiders for taking that. My goodness, Smart Giga Arena is open to all Smart and TNT subscribers, where they can join an array of arcade games and esports tournaments, especially Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
And of course, all you gotta do is create an account on gigaarena.smart using their Smart or TNT mobile numbers. With Smart Giga Arena 20, you can unlock the world of Giga Arena tournaments. And of course, all of that starts with scanning that QR code.
Yeah, scan that QR code right there. You can get it right now. Download that app and register your account, of course, and get ready to start your professional career. You never know, Giga Arena comes with 2 Giga Arena tickets to make sure that you're going to be able to get those tickets, as they are available 100 megabytes for all sites, by the way, for only 20 pesos. Valid for 1 day. So load Giga Arena 20 now in the Smart online store.
Yeah, there's an online store now. Dawn are the days that we actually go out and try to load. Now we have an online store.
Yeah.
Online.
Whether, save the environment.
Yeah.
Gone with the cards.
Yeah.
What are these cards? I just need the numbers.
Also, avoid the heat.
Avoid the heat.
So hot outside.
Stay
hydrated. In your home.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
It's
Watch.
so hot today. Even we saw how RSG rock their drip, like going out of the van. I think this is what we need, especially now in summer. Man, I wish we could dress like that. But yeah,
yes.
In another universe, maybe. We're now looking for the next Smart Game Face of the Day in MPL Arena.
Right
so
here.
be the next Smart Game Face of the Day winner.
Just flash the hashtag The Power of Smart on your devices in a green background. Put your game face on so that you can win a redeemable in-game code.
There you go.
So who gets this redeemable in-game code?
Who is our winner?
Oh, the Cartesi pose, the OK pose. I don't know. Oh, the thumbs down pose.
Up and down?
That's probably not it.
I mean, we're still looking. Oh,
Okay,
there's a reveal. There's a
Okay,
reveal.
okay.
Oh, they're hiding.
Love the hype.
They're hiding. They're hiding.
Game face.
Wow. Wow, the energy.
It's not a game face. This is a literal game savage because they're fighting.
Well, it's a complete team
That's
effort.
A whole team.
That's a Masha bomb, by the way. That's a Masha bomb.
That's a Masha bomb.
After the reveal, thunderclap.
Yeah.
3 times.
I think
Yeah, 3 times. You're right. You're right.
I think maybe they kind of felt like, oh yeah, the camera is in front of our face. Why don't we cover it and wait for the right moment? Like, whoa. Yeah, be creative, guys.
That's conceal.
Oh.
I'm so done.
That was a very smooth entry.
You're
I like it.
Like the
So that's
I mean,
I love you guys, but we're dumb.
Honestly, I have to reset after that game because that blew me off.
That blew, literally, I think our brains are like shattered on the floor right now.
I mean, I would say
we were trying to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up.
because right now we're excited how this game is gonna push for Game 3 or how dominant this be. Let's see how this story goes.
Siguro pag nag-champion kami sa season 13. Tapos nag-champion pa kami ng iba't ibang tournament. Doon ko lang masasabi na tagumpay na ako. Tsaka pag na-championan ka pala lahat, namin lahat, yung lahat ng tournaments, doon ko masasabi na tagumpay na kami.
Yes.
Yes, Keller on that interview that he wanted to get, like, what's striving to get that situation is to win the championship. What was the farthest place that Keller had with his all-pro player career?
MSC 2019, right?
Yep. 2020.
2020, sorry.
MSC.
He's
MSC Smart
the
Mega.
king of Southeast Asia.
I feel like he has been denied that crown so many times now.
Yeah. Especially, I would say he is a crown king. I mean, he is a crown king in Southeast Asia. But I would say he does need that MPL PH win, that championship. And they almost came close. By the way, they came so close, so many times.
Well,
look at this.
Speaking of MSC, we're going to translate this. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
The prize pool of MSC in 2024 is so big. Really?
Yeah.
That's 1 million USD. What am I going to do with
What
that?
am I gonna do with that? I don't understand that game, Mobile Legends, my kid. But you know what? If you need my support, Lolo is here, okay?
Thank
Grandfather
you,
is here.
All right, it's not Uncle. Thank you, Grandpa. Yeah, secret. What's special
So
again?
this guy's gonna go to Japan.
I'm going to tour in Japan.
Let's tour in Japan.
And for the last one, and don't worry, I'm going to put everything to this drive with the inspiration for my mother.
Thanks for the trust and support, Grandpa. Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
did it in the wrong voice. Thanks for the support and what was that? Trust, Grandpa, because he's a boy.
Yeah. And they were discussing, we were just talking about the MSC, how Kelra and his team back then in Smart Omega won the MSC, and we saw an MSC comic strip. But right now, draft recap in game number 1. What went wrong? How this Roger? Well, it was really like a stonk. Like, how did they manage to even go out? Everything was completely starved out.
All right, I'm gonna be
of all the
honest.
Philippines.
I'm gonna be honest. First of all, I don't like the first pick, Roger. Bren did it first, never did it again, because it is up against like maybe 2 or 3 good lane counters. Harris won. So RSG definitely got the upper hand against the Gold Lane matchup. The Joy didn't do that much, especially with the Promise third pick. That slot is so deadly that you get a counter and you remove also the good picks against it. So what RSG did was pick up the Promise, pick up the Harith, and also ban the Trizda, which again locked Gem out. So I think they really forced ONIC into a corner there. But it's not just RSG forcing ONIC into a corner. It's also ONIC setting up a draft that is set to fail against a good drafting team.
I just felt like, you know what? They can take this all day. They can fight, and Aqua will save them. Assassination attempts from King Kong were denied so many times. Same with Killera, right? Because of the Faramis.
Ooh, okay. Look at the respect.
We're at a draft.
First ban, by the way. First ban, Louis.
Louis, I'm loving it.
Not even risking it.
Yeah, they're not going to let Super Prince play this game, honestly.
It has become of a problem, even in the first series of the day. Having that control of the map, being from one place to another. We've seen how Kelra managed to have the longest BMI last week.
Yep.
How did that go? Like, okay, we're not going to see that one again for this game.
Depends. I think there is a good chance, however, that we might see RSG taking the Paramis first pick so that they can force out maybe either the Lilia or the Valentina from Super Prince.
Yep.
But it does set up for like good counters coming out from RSG. They're also poised to just get the Fredrin if that's the case. Ooh, wait, what?
Gold lane Harif removed from the game.
What? Okay. So
Respect against Kasei, maybe.
I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't think we'll see cross-map shenanigans in this game because of the Lo Yi. But you know what?
Chip?
I actually no, probably not.
No chip?
Probably not.
No.
Escalera seems
No
like
chip,
the type.
you sure?
Seems like the type to do it.
I mean, Light could do it.
Light could do it, but you know what? The options that you're gonna forego, Cho, you're gonna forego.
Oh yeah, you're right. Like the Light
right?
heroes.
The Light heroes. So Faramis is actually correct. I love that Faramis first pick that denies a huge pick from Super Friends, which I think might be 100% win rate. I have to check. That Faramis.
I think so, yeah. They didn't play the Faramis second cycle.
Yeah, so...
Oh, they're still locking out Gem. By the way, Nolan's up. Nolan's up.
Respecting
Joy's up.
the XP. Yep.
Nolan, Joy is up. Also, Angela's up. So RSG wins this, honestly. If they don't ban the Angela, RSG might just get it. But even then, if we ban the Angela, RSG's getting Nolan or Joy.
It kind of feels like a dare for King Kong. You know what? We're going to leave a lot of these heroes up. Who are you willing to pick?
Yeah, but there's so much, honestly.
That's the question. Like,
RSG has a lot of options here. Like, I mean, as much as a good dare it is from ONIC, I don't think you do that against Panda. Because Panda is going to be able to, like, draft a lot of these good options on their side.
No, I mean, I feel like RSG might be
daring
King Kong to pick a Nolan, pick a
Oh,
Joy.
you mean... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends how this goes. All right, Fredrin.
See?
Look, they're letting the Angela loose. So, they have free on the assassin picks as well.
I mean, if you're RSG, I think you're forced to get the Angela here because ONIC is just going to get Angela +1. Maybe Angela Baksha even for ONIC. So I think RSG, they're kind of forced to get the Angela first pick. If not, maybe the Val first pick or the Paramis. At the very least, get a good matchup against the Angela.
Not Novaria.
Yeah, not Novaria, for
No,
sure.
not really the great
Because
answer.
if you pick Novaria here for RSG, you're setting up a Fanny for ONIC.
Exactly.
So much openings. So much. Okay, Arlott on the priority. So, okay, they're forcing it. Okay.
RSG was like, no! Hell no!
Hell no!
You just said, okay.
What are you trying to do? Like force any hero on us? We're
I like
RSG.
this, I like this.
We're RSG. We're not gonna be we're not gonna be reacting to whatever you want to do against us. So now
We're RSG.
You can see Gems. I feel like he's feeling the pressure though here because I feel like his picks are severely limited.
Oh yeah. He can't even take glue here, honestly. He can't.
It's hard,
X-Borg, yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, first pick X-Borg.
X-Borg. They don't want to risk it.
But here's the thing. Baksha and Angela is up for RSG. Even if they don't take it, there is still the Claude for Kasei. Even the Bruno, actually. They love the Bruno for RSG. I mean, recently, no, but the first few weeks, they've been loving that Bruno against carry matchup.
They said, you know what? Everyone's picking it. I don't want it anymore. I thought I was special. No.
Yeah, West picked it, right? West picked it because he was like, all right, I'm gonna go different hero. Honestly, they could just even take the jungler here, jungler and mid, jungle mage, and then possibly take Ixia second phase.
I miss Demon Kite Assassin era.
Fanny?
Nah,
Fanny?
Nolan. Maybe.
Nolan? Fanny? I'd say Fanny.
Nolan's open.
Yep.
I think they're gonna go Angela Baksha here. No? Oh, Paramis. All right.
He went with Roger.
Still Roger though.
So still a flex.
Yeah.
Still, right?
I mean, it's already a good matchup in the gold leading as a carry, and now you still have the same problem with RSG. I mean, with ONIC, that you have to break through the Netherrealm. But the difference this time around is that come late game, they have an X-Borg. And RSG has to worry about breaking this X-Borg. Now they take the Baksha on ONIC side. They could potentially set this up with an Angela, by the way, second phase.
This lineup looks really good for ONIC so far. I would say. Yeah. 100% there. Maybe 55% ahead. 45 to 55.
Yeah, I agree. The Baksha pick makes this more sensible for ONIC.
Good
What?
ban.
Funny that they're the ones to ban it, right?
So maybe they're expecting, or like, despite the Faramis, they want to go ban it, but
No, all right. To be fair, they could just leave it up, you know, because there's no way RSG is gonna take Angela. Well, there might actually never mind. There's a good chance they could do it. Like Light on Angela, but I think they're setting up for a Valentina for Super Fins, so that they get another one. But the thing is, with the Angela ban, I think RSG that warrants a Valentina ban from Coach Panda.
I think it's time. I think it's time for them to ban it out.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, but there's so much that can be
Valentina
taken. Yeah, out.
What?
So okay.
Well, it's a good ban.
It's a good ban, but
so you have the Minotaur. You balance out more of the crowd
One more
controls that you can
chance.
get. Yeah. So the XP lane with this X-Borg as well as the target on the robes. Okay, so most likely they're really driving with the supports.
I'd say-
They're pushing something out of RSG.
It
here.
works. It works. They can also ban Rafaela if they really want to ban out the supports. Either the Raf or you go the tank route. You remove the Grok from Light, because it does set up a good team fight here for RSG with the Wild Charge final / combo. So I think you either go the Raf route or the Grok route. But I do think the Grok route is better because they can just snatch the Rafaela 4th pick. Raf
makes
Valentina works with their lineup. What the hell?
Okay, it's mostly out of the
Yeah.
table with the discussions. So what?
these are reactions that happen in my head that somehow come out of your mouth.
Okay,
For some
Akai
reason.
ban?
The thing is,
I
it's
know.
it's so out there. Like the Akai, I mean, it works, but it's just so out there.
It really is so out there. I feel like, what?
I think they're still trying to get the Valentina Raf for ONIC. RSG, they do have the choice of removing one though. It's either the
Valentina,
Val.
come on.
Yeah, it's either the Val, the Grok, or the Raf.
I am the power of light.
None of the
Oh,
above.
okay. Well, they have it for Rambis, so Kaja works.
Okay,
Lilia?
Ruby.
Oh, Ruby. Okay.
Ruby's the
What a beefy lineup here for Onyx so far.
Yeah, they have the Boxer, they have the X-Borg. There's so much true damage. It depends on how they want to go with the Grok because again, there's a carry.
Yeah, I think they're setting up for Lilia, last pick for ONIC. RSG, they need a jungler though. Fanny, maybe? For Demon Kite? No. What are the good choices?
Are we gonna go back in the era where Demon Kite, like, hey, these are the stats and how Demon Kite actually started? We'll be going back to the assassin era of Demon
Alright,
Kite.
I think this is a good Raf or Cho game for Light, and then maybe they set up a Lancelot.
Oh, I
Too much, man.
Nah, too
That's
much.
too much.
That's
It's
too
too
much.
much swerve.
But you can
I'd say
literally
Fanny,
swerve
though.
everything out.
Cho, there goes Cho. Oh,
okay.
Nolan.
Yeah,
Ah,
Nolan.
I almost got it. Damn.
Oh, okay, close, but still an assassin. It's still an assassin.
There goes
okay.
Valentina.
Finally.
Okay, so we're looking at a Lights show again, and the Nolan back in Demon Kite. So how's the matchup going?
See?
ONIC, we're looking at how the
assassin era's back.
yeah, we're again Nolan.
Nolan's second base. Who would have thought?
You can't expect that.
Nolan, by the way, Nolan, not just second place. Nolan last pick blue side.
Last pick, yeah, and even in the blue side, like, oh yeah, who cares? We're RSG.
We can do it.
All right, maybe the Lance is the same idea with the Nolan. I would have just preferred a renaissance of the Lancelot, you know, because I miss that hero.
Yeah,
but it does work here. Like you have a burst damage that can deal with the Baxia, and also I mean not just the Baxia, but also enough damage to burst down a Piraga armor, but also faster jungle clear. Because even though you're up against a Baxia, yes, he does clear the jungle so fast and he moves around the map so much. The thing about Nolan is that he can do the same, but also pressure the mid more.
Oh yeah, the wave clear, the damage, and then the eruption. So we're looking at that last view of the draft. We're seeing 2-4 purifies. Let's see how this goes. Will ONIC force this to a game number 3, or will RSG continue what they started in game number 1?
Obviously, the Nolan here doesn't have as much impact, you know, to be honest, because, you know what, I actually got surprised by this. You're facing off against Baxia,
Ruby.
X-Borg, like, you know what, to be honest, a Nolan doesn't make a lot of sense.
I mean,
unless you go really hard on Kelra, unless you're really hunting down.
Yeah,
super
matchup-wise, I'd agree. But macro, again, it's about the mid lane pressure. And I think RSG understands that this is a battle to trio mids.
Yeah, we're going back to the keys to victory brought to you by Infinix. So we were seeing early pokes and super fins, and as well as light. So I think that's one thing that they wanted to prioritize on. Vision. Especially now that they have the Nolan. They have faster clear in the jungle. But meanwhile, hold death while we're going back to the mid lane pressure once again. Super Fin's low on mana. But looking back on how the pressure goes, I think Escalar is just completely trying to mirror what they can get out of RSG's camp.
Yeah, Light has been heavily distracted by Escalera and Super Prince. He's been annoying King Kong for quite a bit, delaying the farm of the Baksha, but you know it's a Baksha, so it's gonna be still gonna be able to clear much faster compared to the normal jungler. Oh, retreat used though.
Oh, huge here, and again, Light might be in trouble here. Has enough to walk out of here for the meantime. Although Demon Kite is still a huge threat.
Oh, that's bad for Gem. He lost on some of the Piraga armor, and his lane is being frozen by Nats.
That's a problem. You don't want that low and even the gap on the level 4 if you were next Borg, especially on the first objective. If they're looking away to actually amp up their early game, he might want to kind of like evade that. But Light doesn't have his level 4 yet. There's no way of the Dragon follow-up.
He just hit level 3, so it's going to take a while before he hits level 4 here.
Yeah. So ONIC, with this kind of situation, they have the turtle advantage, and they secure it for the first one.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah, they have to give it up.
They have to.
Because Demon Kite started purple first, so he didn't have purple during the turtle spawn.
All right, so now with the way that they're going about it, it feels like these gold laners are just going to have a fun time. Because normally these are the times where you'd expect Light to go near them. But no, he's really focusing hard on this mid.
Yep, with a final slash, Purify has been used by Super Prince, completely evading the possible takedown. So we're looking at 2 Purifies on each, Kasayan Aqua, King Kong, and Super Prince. So these are the times that like, hey, we need to survive these team fights because they could either be getting out, maybe getting an ultimate out of RSG.
Ooh.
Probably, that might be Super Prince thinking. And again, we're going back to our keys to victory. The playmaking capability of the mid laners. Hold that thought, XP lane action.
Yeah, Gem has Firaga armor. He should be fine with no one else close by. What's the big question is, what's Demon Kite gonna look like?
Oh, the punish!
Who got it?
The punish from King Kong. Oh,
he does punish him well, but there might also be a punish here as we do see Light going hard on Super Prince. A different guy received the punishment Midnight.
Yep. I mean, he did have the Nether Realm, but he didn't have Purify Knots though. With an Nether Realm.
Yeah, nice Nether Realm just to block out the explosion from the last Insanity. And the follow-up damage here might be unbearable for ONIC.
That was a good placement of that Ghost Bursters. Literally on the corner, and Gem forced. He literally ran out of distance.
I like this fundamental gameplay from both sides. ONIC, King Kong specifically. Oh, hold that thought.
It could be more, maybe a good angle. But that's a very tanky Baksha. King Kong able to just walk it out.
Alright, this is the punish that I've been saying earlier on. King Kong saw Demon Kite retreat the green earlier, so he went for the orange cap because he timed it well. He knew that Demon Kite didn't have retribution. RSG went for the punish, counter punish, got the kick on Super Prince because they also know that he didn't have Purify, even though he had the Nether Realm. Now, Demon Kite also used the retreat again for the second time around. So King Kong was able to get the purple of the Nolan.
It's like they keep forcing that retreat here. And at the same time, Light having a hard time getting some setups done, at least for now. Nice final slash coming in from Nats.
What?
He's the one who gets the turtle. What? Good damage here, and the follow-up damage is going to be difficult for Super Prince to dodge out. Also has the Nether Realm, so RSG, they can keep going. And they do just that. Escalera taken down for the count. King Kong could be in trouble. Gem close by, but doesn't have any tools to help. King Kong is under turret.
Oh my
He's going to get no win by Nats.
Hey, he still went with it. Nobody goes home safe.
I swear to God, after this game, nobody's giving Nats Arlott again, ever.
It's the last Arlott game for Nats.
They should not. They should never give Nats the Arlott. He's been doing work game 1, and now he's setting up again another momentum-based gameplay for RSG. Keep in mind, Demon Kite was punished heavily in the early game with the retro usage, but now with the team fights happening for RSG, it does not matter. Because it's still the same story. RSG is still rolling over on ONIC.
He gets the turtle, by the way.
Yeah, he got a turtle.
Yeah. Oh, Demon Kite's low. I'll get the turtle for you.
Meanwhile,
and now it's going to be Light absorbing a damage.
Oh, look at
here.
that, look at that, look at that. All right,
Counter punch could be big, but RSG decided to back off.
So this is the problem now of ONIC Philippines. How do you manage to hold the line in longer and extended team fights? With the presence of Fire Mist right now, by the side of RSG, they can literally chase you down in the possible corner and just literally take you down.
I mean, it's essentially that. Like, they have to hold down. Because come mid-game, especially late game, they have an X-Borg, they have a Baksha. These two guys are so tanky And Super Prince, with the copy of the Netherrealm, they're going to be able to fight longer fights against RSG. But again, they do have to survive this early game onslaught by the Raiders.
Trying to survive right now is going to be basically ONIC. That's their motto right now. Trying to see if they can maybe prolong this enough for the carry to make an impact, who is, again, being hunted now by Demon Kite.
Yep, and look at the confidence on to Light with the recalls. So looking at the situation right now, momentum is with RSG with a lead of 5K. Again, no kills again for ONIC Philippines at 6 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yeah. Just looking at the overall map pressure, this is insane. Coming off from RSG. They are just stepping over the side of ONIC, not letting any free space or free estate go back to the side of ONIC.
Kusei having a fun game this game.
He's just scratching towers, man.
Yeah, he's just taking out these towers like it's no one's business.
And the purple again. They're caging a lot. They're taking so much resources again from ONIC Philippines. Another purple is here. And they really want to push ONIC Philippines to actually contest this objective because King Kong would really need it. Look at this. They're really trying to press it.
And RSG's really doing the best they can to deny playoffs for ONIC.
Look at the macro though. RSG, look at this top lane. All right, that is essentially a mini freeze. It denies farm, but also Demon Kite just cut the wave so that it still pushes while also denying farm.
Top and bottom.
Oh my goodness.
The macro
level of RSG.
The macro capability of RSG.
It's insane, honestly.
Commending how they do this. Task Force RSG onto the lead. Once again, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, you know, junglers would just clear the wave in front of their wave on the side of RSG, but what Demon Kite did is essentially clear the next wave so that the wave is still going to push, but you essentially deny one wave from the enemy.
Light is showing up, by the way, on these maps, just making sure that ONIC, you know what? There's a threat here. If you're not careful, I'm going to kick you back to my teammates.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't died yet. It almost looked like it was going to be a bad Cho game.
Always almost.
Yeah, but then now you see, all right, 1-1. It looks like, all right, it's a dominant Cho game. But again, look at the Cho 6 minutes earlier. He's looking like he's going to have a bad game. But now, Escalera.
Oh, it's ONIC's time, maybe. Trying to go for an engage, and maybe they can take out...
Oh, no! Final Slash!
But it's a 4-man Final Slash! What the heck was that? And this could turn around really quickly, but everyone else is so far away. Kusei! For the cleanup! This could be really bad if the Roger gets target, but he doesn't. Oh my goodness, that was close. That could have been a Maniac.
I mean, 2 flickers though. 2 flickers.
2 flickers.
Purify. And what did ONIC get? A kill on Knots? Who's about to respawn again, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, in RSG's books, worth it. Hashtag worth it.
That could have been a Maniac. I swear, that could have been a wipeout.
Yeah.
Woo,
I mean,
lucky.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for to say that he was not able to like get the reach against ONIC, but again, it's worth it. Only Knots dies, and Arlet is still gonna be able to show up in this Lord fight.
That 4-man Final Slash literally forced ONIC Philippines out of the team fight, but Light sees an angle.
Nice kick. Gem could be in trouble. He's not Faraga armor. He has immortality as well. But this could still be very bad here. Last is Sandy proc, and look at that. Immediate counter
Gem is low. Gem
with
is low.
Another Realm. Gem is low. Kusei gets the kill at the very end. He could get more, but it looks like it's going to be a back off for the meantime. 1 for none. Sorry, 2 for none in favor of RSG.
2, Gem and Escalera. Now the Lord is ready. Another objective freely open for RSG. The doors of opportunities just too open. Look at how King is just revolving around this. He can't do anything. He can't even go near. This is the problem with RSG Philippines. The threat. How they control everything from this game.
Right. It's a scare tactic.
That could have been bad.
It's a scare tactic. He didn't have flicker, but now he still has the kick. No conceal though.
Yep. That's like Light saying, eyes on me, guys, eyes on me.
Yep. Oh my goodness. RSG.
While the rest of the team are going to get a turret on top side, Walking Lord on the bottom.
Okay. 8.2k gold lead. No turrets again. Taken. Only 1 kill, and that was the death of Naths.
I thought the game that RSG played against Omega was just because they were playing against an Omega that is sort of like a weaker version of that of their team.
Yeah.
But right now they're doing it again in front of the #1 seed in the current season.
That's called consistency right there.
Yeah,
right?
that's consistency.
All right.
Again, ONIC Philippines is one literally point away to enter the playoffs. And RSG is like saying, you shall not pass. Literally.
It seems to be. No one could be locking in. But again, this game is not over quite yet. I mean, 9.2k is big, but it's not like, you know, they can't go into the base yet.
What do you mean? It's pretty big.
I mean, you know what? It's not super game ending because of the position where they are right now.
They could still defend.
They can still clear.
They could still, you know, hang on, like cling for the late game. But it only comes down to if RSG makes a mistake. But so far, with the way RSG has been playing, I think the end game is near.
Oh man,
We kind of need this recall counter right here. Demon Kite, join, come on in.
Oh
no.
Which one's better?
He did not set up his recall.
Someone did not get the memo.
No,
Oh, no.
come on,
That's
man.
alright. It's alright.
It was the Anvil Seal of Crawlers.
What do you guys like better, the Anvil or the Fire Crown?
I'd say Anvil.
I think that was a Transformers recall, if I'm not mistaken.
No, between the blue one and the
I like the blue
purple
one.
I like
the orange one.
I like the Anvil.
I like the Fire, because that's the only one I got.
Oh
my goodness, look at that gem! He got caught by surprise there.
Light, conceal!
Armor! Super Friends! He had to pop it. He had to go for NetherRealm. But those are big ticket ultimates. Again, popped from ONIC, stopping them from walking out their base for sure.
And what did RSG lose? What, the kick? That's going to be up in like 20 seconds. Knots already has a final slash, by the way.
Light didn't even use Flicker.
They didn't even use Flicker, just to conceal.
Yeah.
Just to conceal.
And Echo was just literally standing in the corner, like, hey.
Because again, he knows he just needs to hold on to that NetherRealm bottom.
It feels like every play is like the last play, right? Every wipe, one wipe is the last wipe here.
Yeah.
The way they're playing.
Okay, how do they bounce back from this? I don't want to sugarcoat the situation, but how? Like, this is completely confidence how the momentum, the snowball of ours.
Oh, the block!
It's King
Speak
Kong.
of the devil.
King Kong, you got blocked, you got pulled back. That's an automatic Lord. My goodness, we need a replay of that.
Holy smokes.
We need a replay of that, man.
The IQ, the game IQ, holy smokes.
Actually, you caught that. That was beautiful. You also caught that Aqua had him on Shadow Stampede. So there was no way for him to walk out of there.
Oh, blocked.
Damn this Arlet, man. I swear to God, RSG's never taking Arlet again.
Yeah.
They're never picking up this Arlet. It's going to be permaban against them.
Enjoy your game, Nats.
Like, Nat's getting his hands on this Arlet, one of his signature picks and the strongest picks. Even RSG, even this player. Nat's Entertainment on our second game.
Now it feels like all they need to do is balance out those minion waves on the bottom and maybe Lord on the mid.
Who does that, right? Flicker into Vengeance just to block the jungler?
He just...
Because Lord was spawning, and in RSG's mind, alright, I see Boxia, we can kill him. Screw Lord, let's take the Boxia kill.
Yeah, no retry means no contest.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they go for, though. That breaks the inhibitor on the mid. Bottom lane taken care of by Demon Kai as well. Now it's going to be King Kong. Gem maybe has to use Last Insanity to clear, but that's if only RSG fights. Now RSG choosing to back off again. I think they're happy with the results.
Yeah. 12.5k, and it's still rising. Waves pushing in, and it just literally like, is ONIC just delaying everything?
Continue.
There's a call from Light. There's a call from
Light
Light.
is close. Aqua as well. You don't want to get pulled back. Light could be in trouble. He has the flicker though.
Oh,
not need it.
Kite!
My God, that fracture combo deleted Super Friends.
The backline assassination. Super Prince didn't even get to use the NetherRealm.
It's on cooldown.
He had it. No, he had it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, he had it. It's off cooldown, rather.
Yeah.
So, man.
Oh, no.
Knots, he has flicker.
Frog armor's down.
He missed it.
That was a boo-boo. That was a boo-boo there. But looks like it's going to be a kick. That Willard's Light going down. Still 4v4, though.
Waves pushing in.
Good firepower in. Demon Kite still has that combo. He's waiting for the ultimate to get back up. That could be it. Gem going down as well. Immortality and Frog armor was cleared up.
Oh, never mind.
Kasei and King Kong.
Oh, King Kong. That's a Roger. That's a Roger.
Waves pushing in.
One combo, you could go down there.
Last turret to go.
And they realize that. Full HP, free v free, right here in the base. It's RSG who are spearheading this right now.
3-man defense for ONIC Philippines.
Look at that, evaporated in a snap. 2-0 for the Raiders.
RSG Philippines with a dominating series closes the gate of ONIC Philippines to proceed in the playoffs.
6 games consecutive over 10k gold lead. That's just how dominant RSG is at the moment.
They look like they can do no wrong here. That game, even though that last final slash from Nats was like a miss,
it's a big whoop.
Doesn't matter. Everyone else could actually just take these fights even without the initial setup.
Oh, wow.
It's just the mastery of how they play, you know, the identity. It really sticks with RSG. I think this is why the reason they're sort of like a timing-based team, especially right now that we're in the second half of the regular season. First half is just warm-up. Get to know each other. Come the second half. All right, we're best friends.
Yep.
We're family. We're the Raiders. Let's get the job done.
Micro and macro-wise, RSG had all in check. And they forced ONIC Philippines right in the corner in the early game. It was really a struggle for the lineup. And it was like, ONIC Philippines getting their first loss out of the first one this season.
Streak is over.
Yeah,
The streak is over.
They now have 2 losses, but again, no blacklist run for ONIC Philippines. No onsing laro.
The 11 games.
No 11 games.
Wow. All right, that's saying something.
Yeah, the streak has ended.
The streak is
Wow.
over.
That was a dominating game for RSG Philippines. So throw it over to Mara and Hans for the winning interview.
All right, everybody, GG! GG RSG! Oh my gosh! Coach, what a game! Grabe, game 1 pa lang,
I know.
sobrang na-surprise na kami. 16-1, di ba ang ating game 1?
Yep.
And na-sweep nyo ang ONIC today. They were at a win streak, but you were able to sweep them. Coach Panda, last time, you rated them, what is it, 7?
Yeah,
7 ba?
out of 10.
7 out of 10. Ano ang rating mo para sa RSG for this game?
Highest so far, 8.5.
8.5! Grabe.
We'll take it.
Coach Panda, ang hirap mo naman i-impress. Bakit 8.5? Kasi tinalo nyo yung isang team na naka-win streak, na sweep nyo pa, na 16-1 nyo pa game 1. Bakit may missing na 1.5?
I feel like one of the factors that we dominated today is number 1, we played very matapang. Tapos number 2, we knew how to use our hero powers very wisely. But 8.5 pa rin because may times where they can play more tapang or they can secure better objectives regarding sa flow, pero sayang. So I want it to be perfect. That's when I will give a 10. Pero sa playoffs, we will be a 10.
Sa playoffs will be 10. But did you do anything specifically with the preparation for ONIC?
No. All I said is that just play disciplined, tapangan natin pre, and then we got this. As long as that the draft is pantay, mas malakas tayo.
Malakas nga. Malakas, matapang. Kudos to you guys.
At yun ang ipinakita nila in this series. This time, I want to give the microphone, please, to Demon Kite. And flashback lang, lahat ng mga nangyayari this season about win streaks, right? Kasi AP Bren had a 6-match win streak na tinalo ng ONIC. Before the head of this match, they were on their way to an 8 straight match victory. Na kayo, sinira nyo rin. The Kingslayers, for a reason, are now here for their 5th straight match victory. So that shows something para sa inyo. Pero ikaw personally, Demon Kite, how does that feel na you are at a 5-match victory na sunod-sunod at hindi basta-basta yung tinalo nyo in this match?
Sobrang saya po kasi po yung mga hard works namin nung natalo kami nung week 1 and 2. Tapos after po nun talagang pinorsige namin na magpalakas po. Ganun. Tapos nag-OOT rin po kami minsan talaga para lumakas. Tapos ngayon nakikita ko naman po kasi sobrang ganda ng mga performance namin.
And it really was a tremendous performance. Na-mention mo rin yung weeks 1 and 2. I believe in one of those weeks, nakalaban nyo ang makakalaban mo sa susunod na laban, which is si Carl TZ. Alright? So, any message para kay Carl? Para sa matalik mong kaibigan / rival, or what would you call it?
Good luck Carl, tsaka galingan lang natin sa Sunday. Pakita natin yung best game natin.
Siguradong gagalingan nila for this Sunday. At alam mo ba kung sino ang magaling sa ating Game 2? Ang ating MVP. Gusto niyo hulaan? Gusto niyo hulaan? Sino? Sino? Once again, Aqua for the 4th. Aqua, ikaw ang ating MVP. Alam mo, minsan ka lang namin naka-highlight. Ikaw talaga yung masasabi namin na yung hidden gem para sa RSG. How does it feel? How does it feel na ikaw ang MVP ngayon for Game 2?
Dati po yun, hindi. Kasi lahat naman po kami, gem.
Lahat naman daw sila
Lahat daw
gem.
sila gem. Lahat gem. Siya yung silent. Silent but deadly. Message naman sa ating mga fans.
Thank you sa mga sumusuporta sa RSG. Pati sa family ko, andyan, nanonood.
Shout out to his family. Great job, guys. Once again, amazing sweep. You may now take your bow and take your walk of victory. I can't believe na 8.5 lang ang nabigay. For me, that was 10 out of 10.
I know. I mean, if you are under the tutelage of Coach Panda, I'm sure na he will bring out the best in you. And yan ang ipinakita ng RSU players against ONIC today.
I can't wait till playoffs. I wonder what 10 out of 10 will be. At tingnan natin kung ano nga ba ang ratings ng ating mga casters sa performance nun. Casters, pasok.
Thank you so much, Marian Hans, as RSG Philippines stops ONIC time this time around. From Raiders, Kingslayers to Streak Slayers.
This is my rating, by the way.
Yeah.
This is my rating.
They asked Coach Pan about their rating. Now Midnight is going to give his rating for the analysis.
I mean, it is a masterclass performance from RSG with Nats on the front line. And again, we mentioned it earlier, the mid lane matchup, it did matter in this game. Instead of being the aggressor, he's now backing up the aggression here for RSG with Aqua filling in that for Rames 3-0-10 on the KDA, 93% kill participation. But what is most important here is the ability of RSG to trust Aqua with the Netherrealms. The ultimates has always been clutch from this player. He always manages to save somebody from the clutches of death. In this specific team fight, they did get Nats, however, but the Netherrealm allowed for RSG to get the reinforcements in and repel ONIC from that Lord fight. And again, this play, this aggression from RSG, it's allowed because they have the Netherrealm. No hesitation, as Coach Panda said, tapang lang talaga, or just, a controlled aggression because they know that there is that reset coming out from Aqua's ultimate. The unsung hero, I would say, of the series because he's played now twice the Paramis for RSG, and it has worked wonderfully for RSG here, amplifying again the early game momentum that they can get. Now, looking at the emblems here, the new setup for the Roger, common emblem, by the way, more sustained in the laning stage. You don't really need to trade against the enemy gold laner. You don't need to hit the spell, skill, or attack with a quantum charge. You just rely on the passive regen coming out from the common emblem. And it also is nice having that regen with the mana too. He doesn't need to rush the Azure Blade or the Thunderbolt or the Endless Battle. He goes for the Fury Hammer and then into Windtalker. This allows you more damage early game, more pressure on the enemy gold lane, and also farming speed with the Windtalker. Look at, oh my god, that's so disgusting. I didn't even know he was dealing that amount of damage for RSG. 85k from Aqua against ONIC because they're just so grouped up, They have to clump up together because Super Prince has that Netherrealm, and they also have to sort of play with each other. That's why the bounces coming out from the Ghost Bursters is so gonna hurt from RSG. It's gonna be amplified. The Shadow Stampede, of course, with the catches alongside the Final Slash. It's just so amazing for RSG. Again, the layering of spells. It's a chef's kiss, I would say. The team fight, the pickoffs, the macro, the map control, the wave management, it's all there. Now we are looking at the heat map here for Aqua, the Paramis. For the first 5 minutes, he was everywhere. He was just allowing Light, Demon Kite, and also Nuts to be able to get out of the laning stage, get a mid-game momentum, make sure that he's there for the team fights and the skirmishes, the brawls, essentially in the early game, so that they don't get taken out. And that is what allowed RSG to again have this fantastic momentum and take the game once again.
After that, they announced MVP. You were looking at each other. Nats, Nats. It
was
Aqua because of like the stats, right? It was here in MPL PH we chose MVP with stats more, right?
And he was around the map like water.
But Nats was crazy.
He flows all through the map
Like
with
water.
no form.
With no form, and
he takes the form of RSG. Wow.
Wow.
So poetic.
Aqua continuing the
damn
the series.
It's so poetic here.
Perfect pitch. Once again, I'm OSX. I'm with Rockhart and Midnight. That has been the action. We'll see you again tomorrow for the second day of MPL Philippines in week number 5. Right now, let's throw it over to Mara and Hans.
Redeeming win at streak-ending victory ang nagbukas sa 5th week ng regular season, Hans.
Nakita na rin natin in action si Chip, and I am excited for more Chip games, hopefully in the coming matches.
Well, there's still a long road ahead of us. Bukas pa nga lang 3 laban ang naghihintay para sa atin, kaya huwag kayong magwawala. Ako po si Mara Aquino.
At ako naman si Ans Galeria.
Na lagi nagpapaalala magkakaiba man ang ating pinagdadaanan, sama-sama pa rin tayo sa laban. Para sa tagumpay. Keep it good vibes, everybody.
And see you tomorrow.